From the Dr. John W. Morris Field on the campus of Fayette Academy in Summerville, Tennessee. Good Friday evening, everybody. I'm Dave McCulley along with Stan Gerard. Michael Mancini is our cameraman tonight, and our producer and director is the very talented Jay Cashin, as always. The Lions have come this short distance to Summerville here in Fayette County, in the heart of Fayette County, Tennessee, trying to win their 5th game in a row. They've won 4 in a row, and coming off one of the more impressive wins in recent years when they upset Jackson Christian 31-28 on the Carlson field goal in the last minute. Again, Dave McCulley, Stan Gerard, Jay, and Michael with you. Stan, a beautiful night in the mid-70s right now. Going to get down in the 60s before the game is over. We've got a crowd gathering across the way. Not a huge crowd yet, but a late arriving crowd. And some folks here from Summerville making their way here to see their team, which has really struggled. They won their first game, beating McNary. They've lost 6 in a row, 0-3 in the league. Meanwhile, the Lions, we mentioned, winning 4 games in a row, 3-1 in the district and 5-2 overall. Good evening, and we are still reveling, I think, a little bit over that big win last week over Jackson Christian on Ronnie Fowler Field.
I think Jackie Gleason said it best. Oh, how sweet it is.
No doubt about it. This line team really playing well right now, outscoring their opponents pretty handily. I think it was 138-0 in the prior 3 games, and then that squeezing out that 31-28 in what was a remarkable game played by both teams, I thought, last week.
Yeah, just a great game. Both teams had great setups and great game plans going in the game. Both teams executed their game plans very well, and we just fortune favored the Lions.
This team has really, I think, developed, Steve, Stan, as you look at this season when it began.
I'm not Heyman.
Yeah, when we talked about him on the way down here. But when the season first started, I think we had great expectations for this team. But this team is, the mark of a good coaching staff and the mark of a good team is willing to listen and grow every week. This team has grown every week, even going back to the loss to USJ, a game that they would have, could have, should have won. But you look at this team, they have really developed. You look at their running attack with Owen Atwood's emergence now as a runner, 80-yard scoot last week. You look at Hank Hammer and Hank Miller, 500 yards rushing. You look at the receivers who stepped up, Lake Helton and others, Harden, and, of course, Lee. You look at all those kids, and then you look at Atwood's emergence as a quarterback, decision-making. This team has really developed, and don't forget the defense. They made some huge stops, especially last week, and before that, 3 weeks in a row, it shut out their opponents.
Well, and Joe Cole has emerged
sure.
as a great outside linebacker. I believe he had 18 tackles a couple of weeks ago. That's the most tackles by a TCA line this year. And, he's starting out the season a little slow, but has really emerged the last few weeks, playing very well. And what can you say about Jacob Joyce? His opposite on the other side. He's played. He is amazed all year long. And then he caught that big 4th down pass where we had to throw the football on the punt. That the ball was bobbled a little bit, and he was in the right place at the right time, and we turned a bad play into something really good.
You know the history of these teams. You put a nice game package together, 17th series in the series. Fayette Academy dominated the series earlier. TCA's had their way as of late, 9-7 now, still Fayette Academy.
And TCA won last year's game 20-14 in a game that TCA did not get the lead until very late in that ballgame. But, Dave, when we were here 2 years ago, if you remember, both teams combined for over 1,000 yards of offense, and Braden Waller had over 300 yards receiving. That's the game where he had the 3rd largest amount of receiving yards in a single game in TSSAA history.
You have a long interview with Coach Bowling, so we're going to step out here in a minute. Let's remind you the game tonight being brought to you by Foundation Bank. That's our scoreboard sponsor as well. H.C. Phillips & Sons, City Lumber Company, Premier Dental Center, Mid-Valley Irrigation, Travis Vance with Farm Bureau, Jeremy Rasnick with Tennessee Drone Services. If you'd like to be a part of the football and basketball package and maybe some other packages down the road in the spring as well, contact us at sportsads@mytcalions.com. At sportsads@mytcalions.com. Before we take that break, make sure we don't forget it. Congratulations in order this evening to the lovely Tori Robertson, taking her good looks from her mom, some golf ability from her dad. Philip just talked to him a few minutes ago. How about a 65 yesterday, 5 under, 66 today, 4 under, set a new course record or tied the course record. She is, ladies and gentlemen, your TSSAA state champion in women's golf today.
And record setting with that. We were talking about the 65, 67. We were talking to the PA announcer, Mark Tucker, before the game. He goes, 65, 67, that's about what I do for 9 holes.
She got 65, 66. Congratulations to Tori and the Robertson family, and for that matter, Ava Lucky did really well as well.
Yep.
And so congratulations to TCA.
And Fayette Academy had a young lady golfing in the state tournament this year as well. I did not know her name, but I talked to their coach, Braden, their coach, and they were very proud of her. She did very well as well.
Tori's headed to the University of Charleston, has already signed with them, but I'm trying to sort of, if we can renege on that. She really looked good in blue and white in Lexington, Kentucky. Let's take a break. When we come back, Coach Bowling's going to join us, about a 12-minute interview. So we're going to hear from him and Stan right after this as you watch and listen to TCA football tonight from Summerville here on the TCA Football Network.
The efficiency of any irrigation system depends on the quality of the well. In western Kentucky, Tennessee, and southern Illinois, this can be a problem because the water is deeper in these areas than it is on the west side of the Mississippi River. To be effective in installing these deeper wells, Mid-Valley Irrigation has invested in a test well rig for deep wells. The test well is invaluable in telling the driller where the screen should be placed, how deep the water is, and what screen and gravel pack should be used. A test well is relatively inexpensive and can give us a lot of information about water on your farm. Take the guesswork out of deep well drilling and call us today.
Believe in family. Believe in your fellow man. Believe in daddy-daughter dances, home-cooked meals, and bedtime stories. Believe in honesty and an honest day's work. Believe that love and faith make the world a better place. We do, because we believe in you. We're Farm Bureau Insurance, and we don't just believe in Tennessee. We believe in Tennesseans. Farm Bureau Insurance, Tennessee's insurance company.
Call Farm Bureau agent Travis Vance at 731-661-0102 or see him at 285 North Parkway in Jackson.
Premier Dental Center offers compassionate, high-tech dentistry for every member of your family. Our experience and use of advanced technologies gives you a higher level of care in general, cosmetic, and sedation dentistry. Call 731-300-3000 for an appointment at any of our 4 locations in Jackson, Bells, Milan, and Lexington. Visit Premier Dental Center for a game plan for a winning smile.
Creating smiles and building confidence. Premier Dental Center.
I'm speaking with the head coach of the TCA Lions, Darren Bowen. Coach, another week in the books, and a huge win for the TCA Lions last week.
Yeah, it was. It was a big win for the guys. I was real proud for them, and also just the school and the student section and everybody that was involved in it. I thought, it was a great atmosphere, and to come away with that with the win was an added bonus, and just real excited for everybody.
We look at the bowl game. We know what the game plan was for you going in. We know what Coach Palmer's game plan was going in. Both teams, for the most part, pretty much executed their game plans. But just like you and I talked last week, you can cover one thing, you can cover 2 things, you can cover 3 things. But it's hard to cover 1, 2, 3, and number 4. And we beat them with number 4.
Well, like I said, I think they had a really good game plan going in. And, as you and I said, hey, if they can stop the run with Hank and stop the run with Owen and stop, Gabe and stop Lake and stop, you can keep on and on, and so, but it was the same way for us, defensively. They have a lot of weapons, that they utilized, and, the defense was just bend but don't break, and I thought they did a really good job of, making big stops when we had to have them, and so that was, perfect timing on some situations and some stops. Right before the half, we could have gave up a couple of touchdowns there. We may have been, could have been 28-14 going in at half, but our defense really stepped up and kept them out of the end zone and on some 4th down plays and stuff, and made some big stops for us to keep us at least in the game for the half. And the second half, I thought we came out and pretty much controlled the offense. Did a good job there controlling their defense, and also I thought our defense continued to play well.
You look at Owen Atwood's 80-yard run, which is 7th on the all-time list, by the way, and congratulations to him. But when he got around that edge, he just pulled away. You could see the state track champion in him coming out because he was pulling away from their fastest players.
Yeah, Owen's he's really fast on grass. You think about him being a track guy on the rubber or whatever, but he's fast on grass, and so. There's a lot of track guys that may not convert it over to a field of play or something, but he does, and maybe even faster on grass than he is on track. And so he's hard to catch when he does get loose, but you also have to come in late, and some of those guys Reed and them for making some really good blocks on that as well to give him the edge. And so, it was a good play, and Owen just made it happen.
I just know watching, I've watched that replay several times. His form, carrying the ball and going on, it's just perfect form. It's textbook form running down the sidelines. And then you're right about the block. I forget which Y guy it was. Once he got to the edge there, about 10, 15 yards past the line of scrimmage, I forget the Y who did it, but made a great block that took the last guy who had an angle at him out of the play.
Yeah, well, saying that Owen does anything textbook is it's funny to me because as a coach, I try to let Owen be Owen sometimes, because you can't overcoach talent, and if you got a guy that this is his first year at the quarterback, and I knew if I just took Owen and squeezed him and tried to put him in a box that would take away from some of his natural abilities. And so, so Owen being able to do what he does, I think a lot of that is good natural ability with the scheme that we do. But him being textbook, I don't know.
That run looked awfully good, though. I mean, that looked now. I don't know about his pitches sometimes. They get the job done, but it just looks so pretty, him running down the field, and you could just see him. He'd take, their guys would take 2 steps, he'd take 3, and would just gradually building the distance, and that was such a nice thing to see.
Yeah, like I said, he does a good job running the offense for us and getting things done for us there. Hank banging it inside as he does most nights. Did a great job of that too, and Gabe making some big time catches and Lake making some big time catches as well. And so again, I think it wasn't our best game by any means, and I don't mean that as disrespect to anybody. It wasn't our best game, and in the first half, the way we were playing in the first half, we were lucky to be going in tied. But I thought the second half we did play better. We played better football, and so I think 2 good football teams were battling on the field, and it's good to come out with the win on those games, as you and I talked about earlier in the season, not just being in the big games, but learning how to win the big games, and I thought that was a big improvement.
Defensively, Joe Cole had a huge night. I believe it was 18 tackles tonight, which is a team season's best and a personal best for him. But, talk about Joe's play, and then I've got to ask you to comment on the hit. After we got the go-ahead field goal, the hit that the little general, Gabe Lee, put on their kickoff receiver.
Yeah, first of all, Joe's a great, outstanding linebacker and a good running back. And he's waiting in the wings for that position, and I think he's going to do an excellent job as a running back as well. But in the meantime, defensively, he does excellent for us at linebacker, and he's always around the football. He's got a good nose for the ball. Gabe consistently does well for us. But the other night they were trying to take Hank out of our defensive equation, and so Joe really stepped it up and made some plays.
And the freshman did too.
Yeah, Jacob did a good job as well. We had Kaysen, Jacob, Lake, and Reed over there on one side of the football, and that was probably 95% of their offense. That was part of their game plan, was to go to that side. They wanted to stay away from Joe and Friel and Owen and Gabe, which is a smart, smart game
football
plan. Yeah, good game plan, and we knew that going in. We knew, they're probably going to spend more time on this side of the defense than they're on the other side of the defense, but I thought those guys really stepped up as the game went on, getting more experience. Kaysen's, this was only his second game back, I think, and since last year, and Reed, sat out last year, and so This is Lake's first time to be starting on the defense. So, I mean, I get it. And Jacob is young and out there learning as well, but they all grew up in that game. Again, being in a big game, having a chance to win a big game gives those guys big game experience, you know, and so the next time they're faced with that challenge of a big game, they're going to have been there and done that before.
And that's one thing, you know, and that's the one thing we've always missed. We've been close, but it's always been close, but no cigar. We finally know what it's like, and I think that's going to give the team even more confidence at the next big game. Because, you know, while we have Fayette Academy this week, and we always, you know, we don't want to shortchange them, then we have the bye week, then we have a good DCA ball club come in, and a DCA team who history shows has roughed us up a few times. I know there may be a few kids on this team that may remember one of those roughings up, and they may want to get a little payback on them, but I agree, it's just it gives us a whole different step and a whole different approach now that we've won one of those games. We've gotten over that hump. It's just like getting from the second round playoff game to getting to the third round playoff game. We got to get over that second game hump and get to the next round. You know, it's two things I think are going to happen this year.
Well, you know, first of all, you know, our remaining games are tough, you know, and Fayette Academy plays us tough every year, you know.
Last year, 2014.
They were ahead of us for 3/4 of the football game last year, and you know, so they'll be a tough opponent for us. We can't relax on anybody, you know, right now. We've got to continue to get better and keep working hard and play the game well. And, you know, you got, like you said, DCA, and then you got TRA coming up, another region game. And region games are very important. We got 2 left, you know, so we got to take care of business there and make sure that you know, we do everything we can in our power to finish out the season, you know, and let it come down to, you know, however it comes out on week 10 and getting ready for the playoffs.
Well, I know, like you said, you know, 2014 last year, of course, the time before that, both teams decided, hey, let's hold my soft drink and watch this. Both teams go up and down the field, over 1,000 yards of combined offense by both teams in that last game down there. Of course, that's the game B-Dub, you know, finished number 3 in the state for the all-time amount of receiving yards in a single game. And, you know, we've gone high points games with them before, so you almost throw the records with Fayette Academy out. You know you're going to get their best game.
Yeah, Fayette Academy's always played physical football. You know, they've always lined up, and they've got tough kids down there to play really hard and play physical. And last year, in this monsoon we had, that was a perfect night for them. You know, that's their style of football. That's what they want. They want to just grind it, and did a really good job doing that early in the game. And like I said, in the third and fourth quarter we came out and we played a little better, but that's, you know, so we're expecting a physical ball game this week. I thought last week was a good physical ball game for us, and you know, we put those guys on the schedule, NBA, so we can see athletes, see talent, stuff like that, as you and I talked about last week going into JCS. And then you got Dresden on the schedule, who's doing really well as well. And then DCA was another team that we scheduled, thinking, you know, they're usually in the top 1 or 2 in their division in the middle, so it'd give us a good measuring stick there. But, you know, here we are sitting, you know, with the last 3 games to play, and you know, there's no easy road. You know, TRA's playing well as well, so, you know, we gotta keep moving forward.
Quick keys to victory tonight against Fayette Academy.
I think we need another clean game. I think we don't need a lot of penalties or anything like that. We need to not have turnovers, need to hang on to the football.
Is that the governor?
I tell you, she's perfect timing every week. Every week. But going back, let me get off that subject. But anyway, you know, we got to not have turnovers, of course, and maybe create some turnovers would be a good thing. You know, our defense is playing well, but we still don't have the turnover margin that I'd like to see on the defensive side. Now, we're stopping people and getting 4th down stops and stuff like that, but I'm talking about making plays, getting strips, getting picks, stuff like that, you know, the last couple of years we've had some guys out there that, you know, we had a lot of picks going on and stuff like that we haven't seen quite as much of this year. So waiting on that to happen, and so win the turnover margin is what I'm trying to say, and play clean.
Coach, it'll be a nice leisurely drive down there later on this afternoon. Best of luck, safe trip, and go Lions.
Thank you.
That's the head coach of the TCA Lions, Darren Bowling. You're watching the Countdown to Kickoff show, and we're back after this.
H.C. Phillips & Son, trucking, excavating, and heavy truck and trailer repair.
Hello, I'm Chad P. Wilson with Foundation Bank, a family-owned community bank here in West Tennessee. Your checking account should be more than just a place to store your money. Our foundation benefits with high-interest checking account pays you interest, but also includes identity theft monitoring, cell phone protection, and roadside assistance. Start a financial conversation with us today by visiting our website, foundationbank.org, or call us on the number on your screen. In the meantime, God bless you.
Terms and conditions apply. Foundation Bank is a member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Great job by Stan Gerard and the head coach, Darren Bowling. And, of course, Darren in his 34th season as a head coach, 258 wins and 124 losses, and 20-10 here at TCA. Welcome back, everybody, to Dr. John W. Morris Field here on the campus of Fayette Academy in Somerville, Tennessee. Dave McCulley, Stan Gerard, Michael Mancini, and Jay Cashin, our producer and director tonight. Already have a lot of folks tuned in tonight. Linda and Terry Warren, Kerry Gehring, and Ray and the gang are. They're all watching. Back home, Gail Presley and Lois Ann Franklin, Betty Lucky, Jerry Davis, Reed Basham, and Andy and Paige Farmer. Andy, the former golf coach over at Lambeth, going back for a few years, notating that. Stan Gerard, by the way, I wanted to make a correction. Jay corrected me. Tori Robertson, 65-66, 9 under par, state champion in the TSSAA girls tournament. Not only did she win that division, she won every division. She set a new state record.
She obliterated
it. And probably beat a lot of guys if she was playing them too. But congratulations again to Tori and the Robertson family, and for that matter to the TCA family as well. Stan, great job with Coach Bowling. We heard his keys. He talked about playing clean and keeping the momentum going. What are your keys for a win tonight?
Well, keep the turnovers down. That's always the one thing you got to do. Establish yourself early in this game. Don't take the crowd out of the ball game, and try and put the other team, tonight being Fayette Academy, try and get them into a position where they're doing things that they're not really comfortable at doing. And I think we'll be in good shape with that.
The captains for the kids here, decked out in the red, white, and black, will be Harris Armour, the quarterback. You'll also have Hayden Graves, Parker Moss, and Carter Sheridan. And coming right at us will be Tevin Reed wearing number 80 instead of number 2 tonight. Also, we'll see Sawyer Lee was one of the captains. Kaufman, one of the starters, or one of the captains, and Kendall Ball, the other starter, or I should say he starts, but he's also the captain as well. They meet on the Fed Academy logo there, the FA. And Stan, I tell you what, of all the places we visit, I don't know if the hospitality is any better anywhere than it is here in Somerville, and we appreciate Mark Tucker earlier acknowledging that you and I are even here with our crew, but certainly they treat us great here every time we come to Somerville, don't they?
Absolutely great. Whether it's football or basketball, they treat us very well, and we always appreciate it. And this is one of the fields I really like coming to. It's a nice setting for football. I really like their uniforms, the red uniforms, the white numbers, and the black pants. I think that's a good look. The numbers are, of course, easy to see.
No doubt.
And that always makes me happy when we don't have lime green numbers with yellow yellow on them, and we have the
TCA won the toss. They elected to receive the football.
it looks like
Taylor Ann Johnson is watching tonight, the Johnson family. Joanne Curlin. Leslie Bibb is tuned in. Jeff Sisk, he's like me, suffering about those Yankees getting beat. They would be playing tonight, but we'll have to wait till next year. I'm pulling for the Ute Cubs right now, to be honest with you. Well, the Lions will have it, and they'll be moving to our left toward the north end zone. And Stan, they're going south?
No, they're going
north.
I was proud that you just got the direction right.
Yeah, got the direction right, north and south. But I think, again, Stan, as we always talk about this, one of the keys for us every week, and with any team for that matter, is the fact that you want to get off to the great start. They're going to have the anthem here in just a matter of moments. And, again, the production here at Summerville is just absolutely great. So Floyd Flippin is the white hat tonight, and he and his crew are here tonight as well. Let's take a 2-minute break back after this. Stay with us. This is TCA Football.
The efficiency of any irrigation system depends on the quality of the well. In western Kentucky, Tennessee, and southern Illinois, this can be a problem because the water is deeper in these areas than it is on the west side of the Mississippi River. To be effective in installing these deeper wells, Mid-Valley Irrigation has invested in a test well rig for deep wells. The test well is invaluable in telling the driller where the screen should be placed, how deep the water is, and what screen and gravel pack should be used. A test well is relatively inexpensive and can give us a lot of information about water on your farm. Take the guesswork out of deep well drilling and call us today.
Believe in family. Believe in your fellow man. Believe in daddy-daughter dances, home-cooked meals, and bedtime stories. Believe in honesty and an honest day's work. Believe that love and faith make the world a better place. We do, because we believe in you. We're Farm Bureau Insurance, and we don't just believe in Tennessee. We believe in Tennesseans. Farm Bureau Insurance, Tennessee's insurance company.
Call Farm Bureau agent Travis Vance at 731-661-0102 or see him at 285 North Parkway in Jackson.
Premier Dental Center offers compassionate, high-tech dentistry for every member of your family. Our experience and use of advanced technologies gives you a higher level of care in general, cosmetic, and sedation dentistry. Call 731-300-3000 for an appointment at any of our 4 locations in Jackson, Bells, Milan, and Lexington. Visit Premier Dental Center for a game plan for a winning smile.
Creating smiles and building confidence. Premier Dental Center.
And welcome back to Fayette Academy. We're just moments away from the start of this game. Diamond, I counted the folks in the Fayette Academy, and only 17 members, including the color guard, but they do such a nice job here. And the Fayette Academy school song is done to the On Wisconsin theme, which my high school happens to also do. So the nice folks at Fayette Academy gave me the opportunity to stand up and sing my high school's fight song tonight.
They really do a great job. I've been really impressed with them and the director and all the kids. My favorite, though, is the drummer. Can't be more than 4.5 feet tall. The drum's as big as he or she, but I love to watch them. Yeah,
do a great job, and I think I'll sit down and not stand up and clap and sing for that while they're playing the school fight song again. But both teams are on the field, and we're just about set for high school football. Here at the half, stay tuned at the half. We'll be looking at some scores from around the state. A very light night of high school football tonight, but we'll look at some scores from around the state. And I've got the answers to all the questions you want to know about the high school playoffs.
Yeah, you sent me those
and what's
notes.
Gonna happen.
Great job with that. Dexter's watching. Dexter Williams. Hello, Dexter. Cassandra Thomas, she always tunes in. Matthew Valentine, one of the great scorers of basketball history for the Lions, is tuned in. The Lions decked out in their white uniforms, as you'll see there, the purple breeches and the dark helmets. Black breeches for Fayette Academy with the gray helmets trimmed in red, almost like Ole Miss of years past, and the red jerseys with Fayette Academy and numbers in white. And kicking it off, Stan, will be Josh Geiser, the junior.
It's going to be a wonderful night for football. It will be maybe in the upper 50s by the time we get out of here, definitely by the time we get home. The good Lord could not have given us a better night for high school football than he gave us tonight, and we have been blessed to have a night like this. God bless everyone that's watching the ball game. and especially remember the youngsters and the old folks. And with the call of the game, here's the voice of sports in West Tennessee. He's a two-time Hall of Famer. He's Diamond Dave McCulley.
Geyser, a short kick gathered in over there, and all the way up to midfield is Lee. Lee at the 40. He may go.
He's gone.
35-30, 25-20. He's going to return that, folks, about 62 yards for a TCA touchdown to start this game, 11 seconds into the game.
I mean, they tried a little pooch kick to get it away from. We moved Gabe up a little bit. We'll see this on the replay here, but he fought through the line, pulling away from the defenders. And wow, we are just seconds in this game. The clock's running.
What did Mark have that? I had it 62 yards.
That's about right.
Owen Atwood will hold it, and the hero from last week, Mr. Carlson, along with other heroes, will attempt the PAT to make it 7-0. We're 12 seconds into the game. Snap back, ball down, kick up, and that kick up, and it is good, and it's 7-0. A quick 30 back with the Lions now on defense. A stunning start to the game if you're a Lion fan. Stay with us. This is TCA Football.
And we're back here at Fayette Academy High School in Somerville, Tennessee. Wow, TCA 12 seconds into the game and already up 7-0. And folks, I'm going to give you all a homework assignment. Has TCA ever returned the opening kick for a touchdown in a game? Some of you old timers watching,
we need to know.
We need to know. That's one record I don't have in my book, but let's look that one up. I know there's somebody out there that knows that answer.
I bet John and Teresa Whitehead may know that.
Mitch Sisk may too.
Yep. Mitch is watching tonight. He's like another one of the Sis family, along with Has My Heart, that broken right now with the Yanks out. Here's Lee to kick it away. Aubrey and Holly Richardson's watching. Clarence Pettigrew. As we have people just everywhere now. The ball keeps blowing off the tee. Hammer and Hank's going to go in and set it on there.
Yep.
And it's going to stay this time.
Coach
and
Bowling's wife is watching at home.
Yeah. Hello to her.
Mama Bowling.
The boss of the family. And Lee to kick it away. Nice little breeze coming through our press box window here. And here's a nice kick. Going to be gathered in down there at about the 10-yard line. Coming right at us now will be the Viking, and that's Hardy Armour. Hardy Armour gets up to about the 25-yard line. 1st and 10 there. So at the 25, Fed Academy will have it, and they're down 7-0 to open up this game.
Greg Carr with the tackle on that play, leading the charge. Great coverage by TCA on that play.
And the quarterback out there.
It's going to be Harris Armour.
Harris Armour.
There's three Armour brothers starting in this game
He's a
tonight.
Quarterback, free safety, and the Armour family is a name synonymous with sports in Fayette County years ago, and now
they must have about 12 kids in school.
Hand off to Hardy Armour. Armour didn't get much. Now he gets back to the line and says, man, give him 2. Let's give him to about the 20. The ball was at the 26. We're going to give him the 29. Let's give him 3, Stan.
I'll give him 3 on that play.
So a 3-yard scamper, and the Lion defense, I don't think we gave them enough credit last week. This D-line was outstanding last week. Boyle, the big guy, hard to move out of there. Big Kendall, 5'11", 305, offensive and defensive lineman. Armour under center, backs in the eye behind him. He turns, hands it off to the fullback, and there's nothing.
Nowhere.
I mean nothing. Shooting the gap. That was carrying the ball. Sheridan carried it. He was one of the captains. Joe Cole, who had those 18 tackles that Stan told you about. Boyle was in on the action as well, and Goodwin was there. 3 guys wrapped him up, and I mean just smothered him. Out of the game comes now Carter Sheridan. They get another receiver in there. Coming in will be Harrison Douglas. Now in the shotgun, it will be Harris Armour back there in the gun. Drops back, rolls right. Wants to throw right, throws, and that ball is knocked out of there, and Lee almost come up with an interception.
Speaking of Gabe Lee only two interceptions behind a couple of legends, Joey Hansen and Jabril Washington, who are both tied for the lead with 14 lifetime interceptions. Gabe Lee sitting in third with 12, a chance to become the all-time leading interceptor this year.
I can't compliment you enough, Stan. You do a wonderful job of those records. I mean, it's hard to keep up with all those things. Lee will drop back to receive this punt, and to punt it away will be Harris Armour standing back at about his 15. High snap. And here's the kick.
Ooh, almost got it.
Straight up in the air. Not a lot of distance, but it takes a Fayette Academy bounce, but it rolls out of bounds and tumbles out of bounds, as Bill Haney used to say, the late one. And will be at the 47-yard line, 1st and 10 there. So Stan, 7-0 kickoff return by Lee, 62 yards, 12 seconds of the game, and now they have great field position. The Lions do at the 47.
Just an outstanding start to this game for TCA. This is what I talked about. You get off to a big start, get the other team into positions where they're not comfortable, and you keep the foot on the pedal and the pressure on them, and you just keep grinding it out the whole night long.
Great teams do that, no doubt.
Yep.
Far side left is Lake Helton in the slot.
Look at him jam the middle there.
With him there will be Harden.
We're going to have to get to the edge on this play.
Miller's in the pistol behind Owen Atwood. They put Harden in motion. He was actually here to the right. Looking, throwing, and there's a wide open player down there, and it's going to be incomplete and no flag. Well, I thought he was open for a second, but credit them, Stan. They did a really good job, Fayette Academy did, closing in on the intended receiver.
You know, if you look at that last play again, you're going to see they had 4 linemen guard to guard.
Right.
In there, they were going to not let Hank go up the middle in that
Reed
play.
Williamson was the intended receiver, by the way.
Well, there's a little bit of a chicken fight in there.
A little bit.
We'll let it go this
There's
time.
a penalty actually on TCA.
Well, it's got to be holding then.
Yep, I didn't see the flag.
I didn't either.
Kevin Hansen over there right in front of the electronic sign. It's going to be our chain gang. It's going to be first down still, but now 1st and 20. Ball back to the 37. Stan can't see anything to the right. I can't see anything to the left, so we're going to watch the monitor. Miller, thank goodness. Jay is magic. And the pistol is Miller again behind Owen Atwood. They put a man in motion, bring him right at us. And the inside handoff to Miller. Miller struggles his way, breaks a tackle or two, and scampers for about 4 or 5 yards, Stan. He gets up to the 41.
Give him 5.
Yep.
Tell you notice again, 4 guys down up front, two others. They're running a 6-man line trying to stop the rush of TCA.
Senior defensive tackle Hayden Graves made the stop for Fayette Academy. Mark does a great job of the PA here. Their hospitality is just one of them. I love the Viking. I'm telling you, we got to get a shot of the Viking later on the sideline.
Another flag against TCA, illegal procedure.
Oh, my goodness. Well,
or illegal formation.
Going to go back to first down again, but now it's going to be 1st and 25. We're going backwards now.
So we wipe that 5-yard run off the books.
Back to the 31.
For those of you like Freddie Garrett who are scoring this game at home, take that 5-yard run off the books.
Macy Lee, money is tuned in tonight. Sandra Thomas back with us. Tommy Chapman, that means Millen in the game. Reed Rex Chapman, he's in college, one of my favorites of all time. So it's 1st and 25. Here's the pitch back. And
they did a great job covering that.
Harden's going to ball, man. Oh, what a play. Harden tucked to the turf way back at the 24-yard line.
That's a loss of
7.
7 yards and play out. Watch this play again here.
Another flag on the play. Face mask.
Oh.
Well, that.
So wipe that 7-yard loss off the books.
That turns things around, doesn't it?
Yeah, what they're doing there, they're jamming those 4 inside, and the outside guy came up. He's taking the pitch man, and well, next time we just need that tuck that ball and run when he takes the pitch, run with it.
Yeah, see that flag fly in there.
So
that's going to move the ball up.
How many penalties in a row is that? 3?
3. 2 on us, 1 on them. So it goes back to first down.
Yeah, we're playing Army football
now. The ball is at the 33.
First and 20.
Got it. Yeah, first
about
and 20.
First and 14.
Yeah, let's see. First about 16, Stan. They got to get to the. Get to really after about the 44.
Yeah.
Our math has never been strong points for Stan tonight. Harden in motion. They're going to give it. No, Atwood's going to keep it and pitch it back to Harden. Harden turns the corner. He's got the chains moving again up.
He's going to pick up 7 on the
to
play.
The original line of scrimmage up to about the 45 or 46. So now Stan is second. Well, they say he went out of bounds. He's going to be second about 13.
Yeah, give him 4 on that play then. I like the Fayette Academy defensive scheme that they're running this. They're jamming the inside, taking Hank away, and they're covering both Atwood and the pitch man as well. A very nice scheme. So
all right,
we'll
Stan,
just find another way to beat him.
It's Lee time. He's single coverage here. Everything's been going left.
Blitz.
Now here's Lee. It's going to be Harden, the receiver. and he's going to catch that football and move for a first down to the 41-yard line. They used Lee as a decoy, had him doing the fly pattern. Harden just set down about 5 or 8 yards off the line of scrimmage, caught it wide open, and then runs his way to the 41. It is a first down for your TCA Lions back in Jackson.
17 yards on the play. It's like Coach told me, a couple of weeks ago, you can stop one thing, you can stop two things, you can stop three things, but it's hard to stop number 4, and we just beat him with number 4.
And then he said, I could keep going on. 3 down lineman, Atwood, Rose left, looking, throwing across his body, finds Helton. Helton finds that football. He's inside the 30-yard line to about the 27. That's a ball thrown, a tough pass to throw by Atwood over his body. And then look at the 6'4" frame of Helton, just go up and get it.
14 yards on the reception and another first down for the Lions.
Helton has 14 receptions on the year, now make it 15. 5 of those are touchdowns. Atwood coming in this game, Stan, 57 of 96 for almost 600 yards.
He is over 1,000 yards in offense.
555 rushing.
Yep.
You're right. Here's Atwood rolling right at us. Throws, and that pass is going to be incomplete.
Overthrown just a little bit.
Cam Harden.
Give up, son.
Broken up by number 14, Henry Armour.
14, the pass intended to him, and Henry Armour, the other 14, broke it up. Well, 8:25 in the first. TCA leads 7-0, derived from a Lee 62-yard kickoff return at the 11:48 mark. TCA had great field position at their 47. They started going backwards with penalties, and now it's second down and about 10 from the 26.
Harden, Henry, and Harris, the Triple H.
Sounds like a law firm.
Like I said, that Armour family's been giving TCA fits for years in a bunch of sports.
Sure have. Atwood wants to throw, does throw, incomplete. Flags in, and Helton his progress was impeded, ladies and gentlemen, and that is a flag on Fayette Academy.
Yeah, watch this. We ran a little crossing pattern here. There's a little push. Yeah, that's it. It's going to be on the little guy here, and fortunately, nobody got hurt on that play.
Harden, I think, was the guy that actually the pass interference is going to be called. He's the one that derived that.
They're going to call it on us?
No. We had 2 receivers. I thought it was going to be a penalty on that was going to be they held Helton. They actually held Harden, Cam Rose is, K. Ross is in watching with us. 11-yard line, first and 10. So, Stan, how many flags have we had in this series of plays?
I've already lost count.
About 6, I think. 7-0 your score. TCA.
You can watch the replay to get that total if you need that.
If you need that.
If you're scoring that at home.
Now the horn sounds. I'm not sure why, but.
Well, we got a whistle in the press box we could use.
First and 10 at the 11. Atwood's going to run the option. Atwood's going to run in the touchdown in the end zone. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, no touched. Not even touched. Atwood,
14 yards.
7th rushing touchdown of the year, Stan, and it's just like that, 13-0. This kid has really developed into an outstanding quarterback.
You would have to say he's maybe the best dual-threat quarterback in town.
I would think so, and for that matter, in West Tennessee.
I mean, there's some fine quarterbacks. He is one of the very best dual-threat quarterbacks in all of West Tennessee.
Carlson's only missed 3 PATs all year.
Had that game winner last week.
Sure did. Kick up, kick good. 14-0 Lions at the 8:05 mark of the first stanza. We'll come back right after this 30. Stay with us.
Lions 14, Vikings no score.
Premier Dental Center offers compassionate, high-tech dentistry for every member of your family. Our experience and use of advanced technologies gives you a higher level of care in general, cosmetic, and sedation dentistry. Call 731-300-3000 for an appointment at any of our 4 locations in Jackson, Bells, Milan, and Lexington. Visit Premier Dental Center for a game plan for a winning smile.
Creating smiles and building confidence. Premier Dental Center.
And we're back here at Summerville, Tennessee at Fayette Academy High School. TCA up 14-0 this game. You talked about Carlson, his kicks. He had the 22-yard game winner last week against Jackson Christian. Then right here on this field last year, a middle school game, that young man kicked a 35-yard field goal in the ball game as well. So he's 2 for 2 in his kicking all time.
I remember you talking about Andrea Cleek, our lovely buddy's watching. Her daughter, one of the great basketball players at TC. We'll have basketball coming up in a few weeks, Dan.
Yep, not far away.
14-0. Here's Lee's kick. He almost slipped down when he kicked that thing. It's a line drive. at the 10, 15, 20, and
Oh,
bring
great
it back.
coverage.
And great coverage, great special teams coverage. Hardy Armour brought it back. Who made the stop?
Oh, the young man running off the field there.
Tevin Reed.
That was Tevin Reed.
Reed has developed into a great special teams player. I mean, we call his name a lot. So the ball will be at the 21, 1st and 10 there for the Fayette Academy Vikings here in Somerville, Tennessee.
And the thing is, Tevin's also an excellent receiver, but we're so deep at the receiver position, he doesn't get much of an opportunity there. But he's very dangerous if he gets in the ball game.
Not a bad drive down to Somerville. I was showing Stan some of the landmarks. Not far from Slingshot Charlie's, by the way, where my picture still hangs on the wall there.
Where Diamond Dave McCullough's picture hangs at Slingshot Charlie's in Mason.
I wore number 12.
Yep. And you had the Buddy Holly glasses.
I did, yeah. It's still a...
And the little tighty-whitey gym pants.
It's a thing of beauty, no doubt about it. 14
Not those pants.
Oh, the girls love me. I mean, they love the nerds, you know what I mean? 14-0.
Nerd.
Here's the handoff. And, boy, look at that gang tackling by that defense.
On the carry for the Vikings, number 3, Harrison Douglas over the left side.
Harrison Douglas on the return.
Brought down at the 26.
And bringing him down is Kason White, number 64, wearing 64 tonight on the line instead of number 17.
Yeah, because he's starting at a right tackle tonight.
Bradley may be watching tonight. He and his lovely family. I think they're out of town. Michael Mancini making the big bucks, filling in for him. 2nd and 5, a pickup of 5, 26-yard line, 7:20 clock running. TCA leads 14-0.
And look at that nice, tight camera shot the coach is giving us.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, a thing of beauty.
Really helps us out in this press box. I tell you, great accommodations. So we really
Caleb Williams is watching.
Here's a handoff on the sweep, far side right, but brought down is Harrison Douglas. The guy that got back there that made the original hit was Owen Atwood. Took him off balance, and then he tumbled his way maybe for another yard or two. Not much.
Laundry on the field at the
Laundry on
26.
the field, yep.
It's probably going to be against them, I would guess. No, they're talking to the Fayette Academy, I think it looks like.
And coming up lame a little bit is Hardy Armour.
Well, they can't. Fayette Academy's had some injuries this year. They can't afford too many of those.
You tell me their young group coming up is going to be dynamite.
They got a Fayette Academy middle school team chopping a block below the waist against Fayette Academy. So that's going to wipe off that, wipe off with no gain, and the ball will be pushed back. Yeah, they had an excellent middle school team this year. A lot of size on that team, a lot of speed on that team. When those kids get to be sophomores and juniors at the varsity level, Fayette Academy is going to be a force.
That hurts them. It was going to be 2nd and about 5, and now it's going to be 2nd and 20. The ball all the way back to the 11.
So you Fayette Academy folks, and we know there's several of you watching the game as well, be patient with your young Vikings because help is coming.
Coach Bradford may be watching. I know he couldn't be here tonight.
He's in Sevierville,
too. There's a pass over the middle, and the intended receiver was Brantley Mullins, but it was knocked away. Someone from TCA. Let's see who got a hand on that.
3rd down for the Vikings.
3rd and long.
Did not get a chance to see that.
Right where you want them if you're a defensive coordinator. And Coach Bowling over there, assisted by Nathan Bibb, Mark Jackson, Will Brasher, Thomas Henderson, Tommy Hollywood Henderson. 6:44 left in the first. 14-0 TCA. Another game that TCA's jumped out early. Had their hands full last week. Trailed 7-0 after that scoop fumble by Harris of Jackson Christian. But after that, it was a Donnybrook of a game. 3rd and long. Armour wants to throw, does throw, and it's incomplete. Running out of real estate, Harrison Douglas was the intended receiver, the freshman. But even if he caught it, Stan, great effort, he would have been out of bounds.
20 for TCA. I do not have that number. I do not have a name to go with that number on the coverage.
20 is Reed Williamson.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Duh. I was looking too.
That's okay. I'm
low on the roster.
I stumbled on that earlier.
I'm going to get a roster and then print some numbers on it.
You and I need a new roster.
We'll have a home and a road roster.
That's right. Yeah, let's do that.
And I'll take it and do it in numerical order too.
Well, back to punt it will be Armour. He's standing back at his goal line. Good snap. Gets it away. And Lee will run up and let it go right by him.
Nice roll there.
Yeah, and probably, to be honest with you, you can second guess him, but I think it's a smart thing, Stan. If he tries to field that thing, he might fumble it. Just let it. You still have great field position at your own 48-yard line.
That's about a 45-yard punt.
It was from the goal line, yeah. Suzanne Atwood is watching her grandsons Owen and Knox from Pigeon Forge. Been to
That's-
Pigeon Forge a couple of times.
that's
Carroll Davis
Hard
watching.
Knocks.
Yeah, it's Hard Knocks. I tell you, both of them. Owen, we know of his prowess, but I'm going to tell you, Knox Atwood's had a great year, hasn't
Yeah.
he? Whew.
Very good. Very, very good year. Well, here come the Lions to the line of scrimmage. Second drive. Only their second drive of the game, but they're up 14-0.
That drive a moment ago, by the way, was a 53-yard drive. They put the blitz, and Atwood running away from it, running right at us. Now he's going to throw it, and that ball is going to be caught. Caught by Lee. 30,
Uh-oh.
25, 20. One guy to beat. 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Lee and Lions.
52 yards on the touchdown reception for the G-Man, the little general, Gabe Lee of TCA.
That coming at the 6:05 mark. TCA scored at 11:48, 8:05, and 6:05, and a 52-yard drive capped off by the 52-yard strike.
What the great thing about that play, you should be able to see. Watching, they put good pressure on Atwood right up the middle. They forced it up there, and then they had containment as well there, putting good pressure on it. Gabe Lee, you're not seeing the picture now, but Gabe Lee had turned and was coming back to the ball. As you see it there, you see him coming back to the ball, helping his quarterback out, and gets the touchdown reception as a reward.
If they had a TV show named Improv,
That
the
would be
star
it.
would be Owen Atwood. He and Lee both.
Jay, we need to get me a telestrator.
Great shot of our crowd across the way. No, Jay, the last thing he needs is a telestrator.
You think I'd be dangerous with a
not,
telestrator?
Do not entertain that. We have a player shaken up. That's why the delay.
Yeah, that's number
Henry Armour, but he's okay.
Henry Armour. Where
He's all
number
right.
20 was
6:05, yeah. And the last thing Jay Cashin needs to consider is you a
that's
telestrator.
That was 81, wasn't it?
Well, we had 14. They had two guys down. They had Dozier and Armour both down.
Okay, I didn't see Armour. I saw Dozier.
Carlson in to attempt the PAT.
And that's just what Fayette
20
Academy
to
does
nothing.
not
Chuck
need.
Wilson is watching. Gail Presley. Hello, Gail. And it's a 20 to nothing game. 6:05 in the first.
I believe. I'll have to let me think on this a second here.
Here's the PAT, and it's up, and it is good. 21 to nothing Lions.
It is. Chuck Wilson's new grandpa this week.
Really?
Jake Wilson had a little baby boy.
Congratulations. One of the great, he had one of the longest runs in TCA
He's had
history.
two of the longest runs in TCA history. Let's hope his little boy, let's hope he has the speed and the ability of his papa.
We'll sneak in a quick 30. Lions lead at 21-0. Stay with us, everybody.
H.C. Phillips & Son, trucking, excavating, and heavy truck and trailer repair.
Diamond Dave, you know they play good music when you hear the bloody Rolling Stones.
They haven't played a bad song yet.
No.
21-0. Clinton, the gang at our place, do a great job of that as well. Here's a kick across the way this time. And bringing it back will be Harris Armour. And he scoots his way to about the 25-yard line and not back there. It was actually Douglas, excuse me.
You know, one thing I bet we won't hear tonight?
What's that?
Bad Bunny.
I hope not. And I don't even know songs by Bad Bunny and don't want to know songs by Bad Bunny from what I read about Bad Bunny. Let me be honest with you, I'd never heard of Bad Bunny until the other day.
I hadn't either.
Of course, it's hard to hear Bad Bunny when you listen to Christian music every day to K-Love.
Let's...
And they don't play it on Kentucky Sports Radio either.
Let's have a marching band for the halftime show.
So at the 25-yard line, folks, if you think it's bad, it's going to get worse if this thing gets really out of hand. 25-yard line, 1st and 10.
I'd like to see Rod Stewart do the halftime show. Sir Rod.
I wouldn't be against that.
He'd put on a good show.
Throw out here in the flat and dropped. Tate Scoggins, I think he heard footsteps. And if I'm Tate, I probably hear the same thing. Wasn't a bad pass. TCA had it well covered, though. In that coverage stand was Jacob Joyce, Lee, Helton, and also Williamson. We had 4 guys waiting on him.
Sir Rod, a little bit long in the tooth, but he can still bring it.
He's long in the tooth. I can't talk about people being long in the tooth. 5:45.
Yeah.
But I did help you.
I may be crippled, but you got long toofuses.
But I did help you up the stairs.
No, I made up the steps myself. You helped me from the car to the stairs.
Yeah, I did. Yes, Harris Armour. Here's
Reverse.
the counterbuck, and it's going to be a big play. And, boy, saving the day was that Lee that came up. If Lee doesn't make that stop, watch this tackle by Lee. If he doesn't make it, he's off to the races, folks.
Douglas picks up not 8 on the play.
That's a well-designed and executed play, and Lee saved the day. It's going to be third and about 3.
3 carries,
third and a long
13
two.
yards for Douglas.
Peggy Midle, my lovely friend, is watching tonight. Peggy she kept the Lambeth athletic department glued together for years, despite.
Yeah.
By the way, Peggy, Don Shaver tried to call me today. I called him back, and he didn't answer. Third down and 2.
I'm going to tell you a story about her lovely husband of hers. Before he passed away, I saw him at Kroger one day. He's in a buggy, I'm in a buggy, and we'll start doing dueling canes right in the middle of Kroger.
Nice hard run, but short of the first down.
And you thought they call it Fight Club Kroger because of that fist fight they had in the produce. No.
I miss Roger. I know Peggy
it was
does.
me. It was because of me and Roger putting it on.
Roger, a great guy. I could bank on one thing all the time. If Kentucky lost in any sport, I'd get a phone call from Roger.
Yep.
4th and a yard. They're going to go for it. Why not? You're down 21-0, 4:28. Fayette Academy. Well, no, they're going to punt it. Excuse me.
This smart move when you're in that field position.
Geyser. I thought that they were going to go for it. Oh, nice punt. Lee calls for the fair catch, and he'll
Oh,
have to
over
go
his-
back.
Uh-oh.
And he touched it, and now he gets it. Boy, he got a break there. Lee,
He tried to go Willie Mays on it.
his athletic ability saved the day there at the 26-yard line.
Folks, when you call for a fair catch and you're running towards the goal line, don't try and do a say hey kid with it.
Yeah.
Late roll.
What year was that? I'll tell you what year it was.
It was World Series, wasn't
1954. I'll tell you who it was against. Cleveland. Who hit the ball?
it? Don
Vic Wirtz. Nobody cares except me and Jay. Jay cares. Jay says, I don't care. 26-yard line. 1954.
I was just a wee pup.
I guess that just shows you how old I am. First and head, which is
That was
embarrassing.
my mom's senior year.
I was in the world. Let me just say it that, but I didn't see the catch.
Mama was we went to the state finals in basketball that year too.
First down and 10, 4:06. Flag on the play. It's going to be, I think, illegal motion on TCA. Well, one thing that Coach Bowling talked about, he wanted a clean game. We lead 21-0, but it hadn't really been that clean at times.
We need a fresh bar of soap.
Zest.
Have you ever had your mouth washed out with zest?
No.
I have.
4:06 left here.
Mama was tough
I
sometimes.
don't think we want to go in that story. Beth Warren is watching it. Hello, Beth. Let's go. She says, let's go. 21-0. We love our fans. That's why we try to work you in when you acknowledge that you're watching. Atwood, plenty of time. Atwood has a man. Lee out there. Lee, 40. Lee at the
breaking tackle.
35, breaking a tackle. They spin him down and finally get him down all the way back here at about the 43-yard line.
See, where was the last
Nice tackle by Tate Scoggins. It was on the 21.
21, so that's a 30.
Stan, he is wide open when he catches this ball. I mean, just flat beat 2 or 3 people there.
39 yards?
Yep, and the thing about it, Atwood had plenty of time. Offensive line just gave him great protection. Great protection.
2 receptions, 91 yards for the little general.
Yep. 40-yard line.
If he had just gone down, you had a few more yards.
3:30 left in the first. TCA leads the game 21-0. 12 seconds in the game. They had a kickoff return by Lee. Then Atwood, a 53-yard strike. Handoff, Hammer and Hank. Miller, plenty of running room and more. Hustles his way all the way down to the 30-yard line.
He's going to pick up, he's going to get 10 on that. First down Lions, it looks like.
53-yard drive. Atwood capped that off with a score.
Oh, look at that hole off left tackle.
Yeah.
Beautiful hole.
Offensive line just doing a number. I mean, just blowing them off the line.
Going to be right at the first down, just short. Give him
Second about a yard.
Give him 9.5 yards in that carry.
Yeah, we'll do that. Atwood throws over the middle. Helton open. Helton has that football. Helton is down to the 20. First and 10 Lions.
10-yard pickup for Lake.
21-0. I mean, Helton runs a slant pattern here, Stan. And watch this. I mean, just executed brilliantly by he and the quarterback, Atwood.
2 receivers running the same pattern there a little bit.
We talked about the emergence of people. How about the emergence of Lake Helton this year?
I mean, known as a basketball player, but emerging to be a fine receiver.
He's far side left. Lee is near side right. They put Williamson in motion. Atwood's going to run that option. Atwood's going to flip it back to Williamson. Williamson's going to run that ball into the end zone. Touchdown Lions from 20 yards out.
20 yards for the touchdown for the Lions.
That was a 69-yard drive or 79, Stan. What that ball was? At the 21, is that right?
That's correct.
79-yard drive. Atwood to Williamson on the option. At the 2-minute mark, we write it all down, folks, to help us with the recap. And it's 27-0, and this crowd is hush, hush right now, bless their hearts, as TCA has just come in here tonight and just blitzed them in this first quarter. 2 minutes left in the first.
Been a long first quarter.
It really has been. Good. 28-0, a little reminiscent of the game down at Harding Academy, which you and I didn't get home to midnight or 11 o'clock, but it was a long first half with a running clock in the second. A quick 30. The Lions lead at 28-0. 2 minutes in the first. This is TCA football.
Hello, I'm Chad P. Wilson with Foundation Bank, a family-owned community bank here in West Tennessee. Your checking account should be more than just a place to store your money. Our foundation benefits with high-interest checking account pays you interest, but also includes identity theft monitoring, cell phone protection, and roadside assistance. Start a financial conversation with us today by visiting our website, foundationbank.org, or call us on the number on your screen. In the meantime, God bless you.
Terms and conditions apply. Foundation Bank is a member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Well, welcome back, everybody. Armour and Douglas back to receive this kickoff. And I was watching the coaching staff of Fayette Academy during the break, and they are really sort of back on the heels, stunned a little bit. I'm not being critical saying that. They just knew this TCA team was good, but right now they're just getting shellacked. Douglas picks it up far side right, and he hustles his way to about the 25-yard line. Stan, one thing we haven't talked about is this field's in great condition down here.
They do a really great job maintaining. There's a crowd in this field, but they do a great job maintaining their facilities here. Nice paint job on it. And, folks, if you've never been in the gym down here, it's a beautiful, beautiful gym.
Cassie Brasher, our lovely friend, is watching.
1st and 10 for the Vikings.
1st and 10, the ball at the 24-yard line. I said 25. He came up a yard short of that. That D-line just digging in there.
Yeah.
4 down linemen. And here's
Buck Lateral again.
Yep, and nothing. Running the
he's
football.
going to pick up 4.
Hardy Armour. Well, he picked up more than I thought. You're right, Stan. I'm almost giving him 5. Let's call it 4, though. 2nd and a short 6. 1:30 left in the first. Stan was getting excited with the Love Shack song. I hadn't heard that song in a long time.
Oh, they're on tour again.
Are they really?
Yeah, they're. Who are they touring with?
Lois Ann Franklin is watching.
It's a tour I wish I could see.
Ralphie and the gang. 1:15.
And Ralphie's such a good boy.
He
Yes, he is.
He really is a good boy. Here is the rollout by Harrison Armour. Armour now
Pressure.
goes right, trying to run away from that coverage. He's making a really nice play out of nothing. He's going to hustle and get the first down. That's a great play by Harris Armour. Came here to the near side, nothing there. The door was shut, so he said, okay, I'll go back over toward TCA's bench. And he picks up a first down stand. Great effort by Armour, the quarterback.
2 carries, 8 yards now for the quarterback, Harris Armour. TCA unofficially 185 yards of total offense, 52 on the ground, 133 on the air. You think you have more yards than that, with a 28-point lead, but remember that kickoff.
Sure. Candy Brown's watching down in Bartlett. Candy, I was down at the Bartlett, I guess it's a city hall or some center there right on the main drag. I was down there for a baseball card show about 2 months ago.
Who was there?
Didn't have anyone there. It was that was just a card show they were having.
Usually they have a couple of names at those shows.
You saw the one Jeremy and I went to Nashville.
Lucky.
Yeah, we had Reggie Jackson there and everybody there. Sammy Sosa.
Boy, didn't he?
When I found out though the autographs, when I found out the autographs were $220 for Reggie and $150 for Sammy, I said, nah, I think I'll pass on those. 45 seconds left here in this quarter. Pick up a 2, second out at 8.
That's where you hang outside.
Well, it was $100+ to get a picture made with him. So what Jeremy and I did, we just photoshopped him. We just moved in behind him and took pictures of each other behind him.
You should have said that.
Reggie never caught on. 28-0.
Who was in that last run, Dave?
That was Armour.
That tells me a lot. I got 3 guesses.
It was Harris Armour. Second out at 8. 18 seconds. TCA leads at 28-0.
You said, "Oh, it was Armour," and I just looked and you go, "What?"
All right, it's going to be now.
Yeah, we're not going to get another playoff here.
And that's going to be it. Yep. Let's take a quick break, a minute break. We're back to the second. Lions in control here in Fayette Academy. Stay with us, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's
Huntington leads their ball game 7-0. Some other scores from around West Tennessee. TCA, of course, leading 28-0. Lois and Franklin giving that score to some other folks. Huntington now up 14-0. Make it 21-6 it's now. Some other scores from West Tennessee. Not a whole lot. Lake County leads 8-0 in their game. 16-0 now it is. Peabody with a 21-0 lead over the Pharaohs of Raleigh. I think we can just go ahead and say, down go the Pharaohs.
Second 8 from the 36. Armour being pressured. Armour throws it away. He is decked back there at about the 28-yard line.
Good
Lions helping him up.
sportsmanship.
Good sportsmanship. Watch this penetration by the defense.
Joe
Nowhere to
Cole with
go.
the pressure.
Got him coming at him from every wave, Stan. He just lucky to get that thing away.
He felt like George Custer at the Little Bighorn.
He was surrounded, no doubt about it. 11:49, 28-0 your score, and the Lions now have Fayette Academy back on their heels. 3rd and 8 from their own 36.
Huntington putting on Harpeth. It's 28-6 now in the first quarter.
We talked about our crowd. We have a really nice road crowd tonight. Travel well, the Lion Nation does. And a lot of folks watching.
Westview leads Bolivar 7. They got on the board first play from scrimmage at 11:25 in the first.
Armour drops. Armour throws.
Intercepted.
It's intercepted. Going to be picked off. And is that Williamson? Yes. Reed Williamson has that football. He's going to scoot into the end zone. I think they're going to knock him out at about the 2-yard line.
Oh, they're going to call him short.
Williamson.
50. Let's call it 49-yard interception for Williamson.
Yep. Williamson picked it off, and he came within a whisper getting in there. Yeah, look at this play.
I want to see this again. It looked like. Oh, yeah, his foot touched before the ball hit the cone, which is a touchdown, but his foot was out. That was great camera work by a coach on that play.
So the ball will be marked at the 1-yard line.
Yeah, I like it when we can validate the official's call.
I'm sure they would enjoy that too, knowing that you and I are
Hush
backing
up,
them
Jay.
up. Validation, nothing beats validation, no doubt about it. 28-0 here.
Well, how about a valedictorian?
How about us getting back to the football game? It will be Atwood with Miller in the pistol. I think it might be Hammer and Hank's time. Let's see if he gets his football. Line, offensive line, we haven't given them a lot of credit. It's Miller time, and Miller's going to crash into the end zone. It's touchdown, Miller and the Lions.
Hammer and Hank for the 2-yard touchdown run. He's got 3 carries, 9 yards, and a score, and it's 34-0.
I mean, that offensive line just blew them off the ball, didn't it? Watch this. I mean, just look at that. Really great blocking there.
Governor is calling.
34-0. Carlson in to attempt the PAT. And the Lion Nation has got to be happy with us.
You know, me and Coach both.
Sam Davis is the snapper, by the way.
We both get calls from the governor a lot.
Yep, 34-0. And here's the snap. It's back. The ball is down, and the kick up into the north end zone this time. Let's try that in. And yes, it's 35-0 with 11:10 left. And all set up by the Williamson 49-yard interception return. Actually, Stan, that was actually 49. That's about a 59-yard return. He picked it off at the 40, didn't he?
No, at the 49.
Okay. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. So let's call it a 49-yard return. We'll keep it here, reminding you that the game being brought to you as it is each week by Foundation Bank. There are Foundation Bank scoreboard sponsor as well. H.C. Phillips & Sons, City Lumber Company, Premier Dental Center, Mid-Valley Irrigation, Travis Vance with Farm Bureau, Jeremy Rashnick with Tennessee Drone Services. If you'd like to be a part of our broadcast, contact us at sportsads@mytcalines.com. That's sportsads@mytcalines.com. And tonight's pregame meal, supplied and sponsored by Tennessee Tractor, supplied by Charleston Catering, and Backyard Barbecue of Brownsville, Tennessee.
I made a mistake in my stats. Hank Miller has 3 rushes for 16 yards and a touchdown. For those of you scoring this game at home like Freddie Garrett.
Gail says, way to go, Hank. Carlson's in to kick this thing this time. Remember, Lee stumbled a little bit a moment ago. They may just say, okay, we don't need you to turn an ankle or something. And the kick is going to be brought back by the 30, 35. Yeah, nice play. 35, 40, 45-yard line, and down there.
I need to talk to the governor.
Okay. Hardy Armour brought that thing back to about the 45-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 there. 35-0, 10:50 left here. So the 45-yard line is 1st and 10. Nice return by Hardy Armour, Stan.
Did a great job on that return. Right. He didn't play a lot east-west. He went straight north-south, and that's how you make yards.
No doubt about it. A little shifty there, too, with his footwork.
I told the governor I'll call it when I get on the way home.
I heard you tell the governor that. And off, Armour wrapped up immediately. And then
Kind of lose a yard
push
on that
back.
play.
First guy there, Case and White.
Armour with 3. You know what I do is just put all the Hardys in one, put all the Armours in one category. And you can just say Armour, and I'll just keep the brothers combined for.
No doubt about it.
That'd be easier.
You know, Stan, I'm watching our D-line right now. They're just pinning their ears back. And, man, they're playing with such confidence right now. They're got to be a fun game to play in right now.
Look at Joe Cole there, number 1. Look how big that young man's
Second
getting.
and 11. He lost about a yard.
He is growing every day.
They put Douglas in motion. Now set him back. A little confusion. Now he's coming right toward us. And here's the pitch back. And coming this way would be Hardy Armour, and he's back at the 40-yard line. Lee on the stop, along with Hilton in the area. Also in the area to help was Goodwin and others. The governor's not taking no for an answer, is he?
No.
40-yard line is going to be a loss of about 4 yards. Let's call it 3rd and 15 now. Melissa George Carson's watching, our lovely buddy.
Peggy.
9:31 left here, and it's going to be 3rd and 15. In the shotgun is Hardy Armour. 9:22 left here in this second stanza. Snap back, and the pass is going to be caught on a nice catch on a bullet pass. And they're going to give him the forward progress to the 44-yard line of TCA. Great catch
16-yard reception
by Tate Scoggins. What a throw that time, too, by Armour.
And that is the first down of this game for Fayette Academy. A nice play, and their first drive into TCA territory.
That was a bullet.
Yeah.
That Armour threw, and Scoggins caught it in traffic. Pretty play. They bring out Brantley Mullins. He was in the game. Now they're going to bring in Carter Sheridan. They'll line him up right off the line of scrimmage. Hand off, running back, and some running room. 40, 35, and now Fayette Academy beginning to feel good about themselves. Down to the 33, tumbling for another first down.
11 yards on the pickup.
Yeah.
And who was that?
That was, let's double check, see who that was.
I can't tell who it is.
We'll double check it here and get that number. Well, we missed it. I'm sorry. Second down, I gave him a first down. He's actually about a half yard short. Second and less than a yard.
I'll give it to.
It's the same guy that carried it. It was Hardy Armour carried it a moment ago, and Hardy Armour carries it again here this time.
4 carries.
He's got the first
22.
down. Joe Cole and Hammer and Hank on the stop.
Armour again on the carry.
Yeah.
Picks up 2. So suddenly, all of a sudden, Fayette Academy finding their mojo a little bit.
See, they had it 2nd and 2 for this. Looking back, 2nd 8 to 36. They had this drive started, Stan, at their 28-yard line.
Yep.
And they have moved it down now to the 33-yard line, 32-yard line of TCA. 7.5 left in the first half. TCA leads 35-0. Here's Armour again. Armour trying to go outside, turns the corner and gets positive yards. And he's brought down by Reed Williamson over there.
Show me this replay again. It's almost like a single wing offense. You got blocking back and 2 guys back there. They just went to the one hole, and they got Armour got a nice piece of real estate.
Gabe Lee made the stop.
Picks
We
up
approached the
4.
7-minute mark. 35-0 Lions.
Gabe Lee has now moved up the tackling ranks all time.
He's had a spectacular year.
He's either 4th or 3rd now, one of the two. I can't think of it off the top of my head.
It was 21-0 at the end of one. 20 will make it 35-0 now. Armour again. Armour not as much as he's been able to gather the last couple plays, but he's going to get short yards. It's going to be now 3rd down and about 4, 2-down territory, I would think, Stan.
Oh, by the way, Gabe Lee, who came into this ball game tied for 5th all-time with J-Mo Justin Moore, is now in 4th place all-time tackling.
3rd and long 3.
I
If
knew I had
Harris
the
Armour
answer.
coming in, he's going to be the up back. Actually going to go under center. And
Oh, we
TCA
give him
just jumped.
5.
Yep, TCA just jumped.
Flag on the play. Referee indicates
Give the
all
cheap
try.
5, so the first down comes to cheap way in this case.
The 5
You know,
penalty
if you're a
reaches the
Fayette Academy fan,
48-yard
you've got to be
line.
very, very happy for your boys in this drive to make it. And you're
Sure.
you know, you really want them to score on this drive if you're a Fayette Academy fan.
35-0, 6:09. Little Van Halen back there with jump.
But it shows that, you know, even though they're getting beat 35-0, you haven't taken the fight out of the
No,
Vikings.
they sure haven't. This coaching staff still coaching hard, and the kids playing hard. That's all you can ask. Armour again. Armour, not much.
He's going to pick up about
Hardy Armour, the ball
3
carrier,
maybe?
inside the 20, brought
Make
down
that
at the 18.
The
Two
white
and a
hat
half.
back in that backfield is Floyd Flippin from Humboldt, local attorney there. 5:40.
Does he have anything to do with the peaches, by the way?
2-yard gain on the
You mean the
play.
strawberries?
Second and 8.
Yeah, he just flip it. There's flipping peaches too.
Oh, that's right. Exactly right. I'm not sure. Probably so.
I thought that was his
5:25.
main gig.
Second down and 8. Ball at the 18. A pickup of 2. This running attack has been pretty effective in the series of plays from their own 28 now down to TCA's 18. Armour rows. Armour wants to throw. Throws out here, and he's got a man out there. That's Scoggins. And Scoggins just caught that football for a touchdown.
That
From
is
18 yards out, it's Armour to Scoggins.
wow. Look at the replay again. Watch. Quarterback just gets his clock clean, but he got rid of the ball and thrown on a dime right between the numbers, beat the defender, and Fayette Academy is showing some life with 5:07 to go.
78-yard drive at the 5:07 mark, capped off with a Scoggins from Armour 18-yard strike.
So they've started throwing to Scoggins now. He's got 2 receptions
Yeah.
for 32 yards and a score.
He's like Helton. He's a pretty tall kid. Extra point by Josh Geiser is good. And just like that, it's a 35-7 game. Back after this 30. Stay with us.
Vikings 7.
The efficiency of any irrigation system depends on the quality of the well. In western Kentucky, Tennessee, and southern Illinois, this can be a problem because the water is deeper in these areas than it is on the west side of the Mississippi River. To be effective in installing these deeper wells, Mid-Valley Irrigation has invested in a test well rig for deep wells. The test well is invaluable in telling the driller where the screen should be placed, how deep the water is, and what screen and gravel pack should be used. A test well is relatively inexpensive and can give us a lot of information about water on your farm. Take the guesswork out of deep well drilling and call us today.
Tell you what, Diamond Dave, they're playing You Dropped a Bomb on Me. It's taking me back to 1410 First Avenue in Evansville to the Sig Tall House.
Great song after an 18-yard touchdown pass, isn't it?
Yeah, nope.
35-7.
Very appropriate.
Yeah.
Nice touch by the administrative crew here in the next room.
They do a great job. Mark Tucker is the guy that helps us out so much when we arrive here every year. Helen Malden's watching. Melissa Helton's watching. Hello, Melissa. 35-7. 5:07 left here.
Well, the last time this happened, we returned the ball for a touchdown.
Yeah, Larry Bells is tuned in tonight as well. Bill Hamilton is watching tonight. Jackson Christian has the week off. 35-7, 5:07 left here in this first half. The kick by Geiser, a short kick, and Atwood has it at about the 25 to the 30, on his feet to the 40-yard line. Never really got there. Now he's going to reverse. They're going to corner him in. He's going to finally run out of real estate, ducks his helmet, and goes to the turf out of bounds, and he'll be about the 38-yard line.
So Atwood digs in there.
Let's mark at 37, Stan. First and 10 there.
Still solid field position.
Atwood sort of makes things happen, doesn't he?
Yeah. I mean, you know, obviously a threat anytime his hands are on the football.
4:55 left here in this first half. TCA led 35-0. Now it's 35-7.
Brandon said it was H Armor. Where are we talking about there, brother? Is it? So the Brandon Bradford, the basketball coach here at Fayette Academy, watching the game.
They got Hardy Armour, Harris Armour, Henry Armour.
That's Neil Halverson, who's doing the music
Okay.
tonight.
John Lewis Coffey is watching tonight.
Looky.
Look at this. As Atwood
He's
play
gone.
faked it to Miller, Atwood's going to score. He is going to scoot in. He coast into the end zone.
From 61 yards out.
Make it 62 to be official. It's on the 38 they said. I said 37. It's actually 38. And it's going to be a 62-yard scamper by Atwood, and the enthusiasm, which was abounding here on this near side, subsides as Atwood puts his legs to work, and it's 41-7.
62 yards, or excuse me, 76 yards on 2 carries, 2 scores from 14 and 62.
Well, I tell you, this announcer, along with the defensive players for Fayette Academy, bit on that play fake to Miller.
Tell you what, you all see when they administer a basketball region tournament, they did a great job when they did that tournament a few years ago. I know you didn't get to be at a lot of those games. It kicks down, up, and good.
42-7, your score. 4:40 left here in this first half. Fayette Academy scores, and the Lions answer. Back after this. Stay with us.
Believe in family. Believe in your fellow man. Believe in daddy-daughter dances, home-cooked meals, and bedtime stories. Believe in honesty and an honest day's work. Believe that love and faith make the world a better place. We do, because we believe in you. We're Farm Bureau Insurance, and we don't just believe in Tennessee. We believe in Tennesseans. Farm Bureau Insurance, Tennessee's insurance company.
Call Farm Bureau agent Travis Vance at 731-661-0102 or see him at 285 North Parkway in Jackson.
Brenda Robbins says go Atwood, and yes, that's appropriate. John Lewis Coffey, we mentioned, Brandon Bradford, the fine coach here at Fayette Academy. Tully Duncan says let's go Tate. And the Lions are going at full speed, 42-7. Here's the kick. And
At
gathered
10.
in back there at the 10 and up to about the 22-yard line. And what a hit. Douglas brought it back, and he was decked.
That was 56.
That's going to be on the tackle. Knox Atwood.
Hard knocks.
Hard knocks, no doubt about it.
Here's the replay here. Coming in here, look, had the great angle. Boom! With the hit.
Yeah, we appreciate Brandon telling us that Neil Haverson is the guy with the music. He does do a great job. We were talking about he just flew up into Minneapolis, up in that area. We were talking about flying in there a few years ago. 42-7,
And
4:30.
Knox Atwood said, "Welcome to my jungle."
Yeah, no doubt about it. So Hardy Armour, the quarterback, or running back in this case, and Harris Armour, the quarterback. Here's a high snap. Hand it off, and nothing.
Ooh.
Maybe a yard or two to 25.
Maybe.
Hardy Armour carried it, and he was lassoed to the turf real quick. Atwood again on the stop.
Atwood just showing us more and more every week.
Yeah.
Took the inside rush, came back outside, and that's pretty appropriate. Lassoed him down.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Just
We got a little bit of a bulldog play there.
pick up 2, second down and 8. The ball at the 25-yard line. Under 4 minutes now left here in this first half. TCA leads at 42-7. Armour play fakes, flushed out of the pocket, wants to throw, does throw, and it's knocked up in the air, and it's going to be incomplete. Well, we had a red shirt and 2 white shirts scampering for that loose football.
And almost picking
Let's
that ball off.
Let's who knocked this ball up in the air, Stan.
Emery Summerline.
Is that Cole
almost
that's going to
caught
knock?
it.
It's going to be
Look,
Cole.
Joe Cole
Cole
flying
did it.
in the
Yes.
air. He was a skywalker on that play, knocking that ball down, and Summerline almost came up with it.
One of my favorite people of all time, she would not admit it, was a former assistant for me up at Lambeth University. Angela Payton Wakefield is watching. Hello, Angela. Beautiful young lady and just a wonderful person. She, along with me, put up with Josh Pendergrass. So that was, we earned our money. 42-7.
You have my sympathy, young lady.
3:45 left here.
Wait, this fabulous line. Will you do something, Coach?
Yes. He has some other great lines, too. 42-7. Here's the pass out in the flat, incomplete.
That was tip 2, I think, wasn't it?
And now I think he's just overthrown.
We'll
Scoggins,
see.
they try to go to the big frame with Scoggins again. We talk about Pendergrass.
No, he didn't. Jacobs was up there in the air, but he didn't quite get it.
He was the first aide of Governor Ivey of Alabama for 2 terms. How about that? Brenda Robbins says, Knox Atwood is my great nephew. Thank you,
Holy
Brenda.
cow.
She said, this is her first time watching tonight. Hello, Brenda.
Welcome to the broadcast.
Make it more, if you would. Here's the punt, and it's going to be a short punt, but it's going to take a really good Fayette Academy roll. And finally rode dead about the 44-yard line of TCA. Well, 3:30 clock running here, even in this first half, and it's 42-7.
I didn't even notice that.
I think this is the first series. Now they stop it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It can't start until the second half without the agreement of both coaches.
Yeah. I think what happened was they were letting it run until the ball was down, and I think that's what threw me off a little bit too.
And we can't say the guys next door helping us because the clock's kept on the field.
Yeah.
Oh, if I was running it upstairs next door, I'd probably be running that clock too a little bit.
I have, as an SID, have said before, hey guys, let it run and see if they catch it. 3:25. Especially in soccer.
Like BTO says, let it ride.
Especially in soccer. 3:25. I love soccer to some degree, but there's some games that I recall with.
We jump.
Here is Carter in there at quarterback. Carter's going to throw that football, and it's going to be incomplete. Trying to go to Lee at the 45-yard line, incomplete.
Well, right now with Carter at quarterback, you're looking at the future of TCA football. Joe Cole in the backfield as well.
Now, Coach Baker would get mad at me if I said that about soccer. Chris, really good guy. Great soccer coach, young man. Aubrey's back in with us. Paige is back in with us. Gehring is watching. 3:15 left in the first half, 42-7. There'll be a running clock in that second half. The band will perform here at halftime. They did a great job in their pregame activities.
Gabe's played awfully well tonight.
He really has. Williamson's in motion, but they're going to go inside to Cole. Joe Cole has
Look at
that
that
football,
power.
and Joe Cole's going to tumble his way and rumble his way for about 4 yards. He gets up to about the 48-yard line.
Yeah, we'll give him 4.
TCA has some reserves in the game as well. Ethan Kaufman's back in the game, also in the game for the Lions. Sam Davis is in there offensively.
Ethan Kaufman, that sounds like a furniture store.
It does. Third down and about 6.
Sounds like one on Stonebridge Avenue.
Receiver far side right is Lee. Hilton's here to the near side. Carter puts Williamson in motion. Now Carter drops. Carter wants to throw. Carter dancing back there and passes out here, and it's caught by Williamson. Williamson's going to catch that football. He's at the 30. He's still on his feet to the 25, still on his feet as he rumbles his way to about the 24-yard line. Did a great job coming back to help his quarterback, caught that football, and then yards after the catch stand.
29 on that reception, and that was
Williamson, yeah.
I want to say 26 yards.
Now watch him stand. Watch him dissect his way here. Refused to go down. Stiffed arm that one opponent there.
He did a little twist, a little chubby checker twist.
Yeah, sure
there.
did. He sure did.
Come on, baby. Let's do the twist.
I don't think we need to hear you sing at this point. Greg Carter in the
that
shotgun.
was during the pregame show.
That's right. Joe Cole is in the pistol behind him. 2 wideouts each way. Carter looks right, throws right. Here's the catch down there by Lee.
My.
Yes, touchdown. Gabe Lee.
Gabe Lee with the 28-yard touchdown. To who?
Lee.
Oh, duh.
12th touchdown reception of the year by Gabe Lee. And he just flat beat the defender, and it's 48-7 at the 225 mark.
120 yards on 3 receptions and two receiving touchdowns and also a kickoff return for a score. So 3 scores for the G-Man.
Boy, Carter showed a good arm there, too. I know
Yeah.
you told me he's got a good arm. Alicia Dillon says, go, Ethan. Trying to work all those kids in there for you, Alicia. And it's kicked by Carter is good. Or by Carlson, excuse me. And it's 49-7, 2:25 in the first half. A quick 30. Stay with us.
Premier Dental Center offers compassionate, high-tech dentistry for every member of your family. Our experience and use of advanced technologies gives you a higher level of care in general, cosmetic, and sedation dentistry. Call 731-300-3000 for an appointment at any of our 4 locations in Jackson, Bells, Milan, and Lexington. Visit Premier Dental Center for a game plan for a winning smile.
Creating smiles and building confidence. Premier Dental Center.
Oh, mercy, we are having fun here tonight. The things that you don't get to hear while we're in commercial break.
Thank goodness you do not hear them. There's nothing nasty or anything like that, but thank goodness you don't hear some of the stuff. Carlson to kick it away. It's October, and that means he's wearing the pink sleeves there. A lot of the kids wearing pink socks. And here's the kick, and going down to get it, and then falling down on
his
it.
knee, yeah.
Sure did.
Boy, you talk about fall. It's the first full week in October. And my hometown, that means the West Side Nut Club Fall Festival, been going on for over 100 years in Diamond. They will have over 250,000 people attend the festival over the course of its 6-day run.
I know for years you always love to go to that. I hate that you can't go now. Morgan Wages says, "Go Lions," and Emmett Wages is watching. We appreciate that. And Betty Lucky tuned back in with
I will
us.
tell you this: my mother, Miss Loretta, is the oldest living former Fall Festival queen.
I love where she lives in the old church.
Yep.
Yeah, I love that.
Built in 1886, I believe.
49 to 7. Your mom's quite a jewel.
Yep. 90 years old, still going.
Harrison Douglas. And he carries it for short yardage.
By the way, she was the one who shoved the bar of zest down my throat.
And still driving, right?
Yeah,
driving.
she's got a little 5-speed. Can still at 90 years old, she can still pop a clutch.
I'm real proud of her. When I was 19, I couldn't pop a clutch.
Young drivers today can't work a clutch.
No.
She's popping the clutch.
Frog Chapman is watching. Hello, Frog. Rose Haynes. I love that. Frog Chapman. 1:50 the clock running, 49 to 7, and it's been all TCA from the very get-go. They scored 12 seconds into the game with Gabe Lee, a 62-yard kickoff return, and they've never looked back.
Here's a run.
Here's the run by Hardy Armour.
Still running.
Churning to the 25. Nice effort by Armour.
Great run on that play. It's going to be first down, 11 yards in the pickup.
Tevin Reed made the stop, although he was helped. Someone was holding on to that jersey from the backside. A minute 25 left.
I got him 9 carries for 43 yards.
He's really played
done
hard.
well.
This Fayette Academy team, they give great effort. There's no doubt about it. They're just shorthanded right now.
And, you know, like I said earlier, if the Fayette Academy faithful will remain faithful,
be patient, yeah.
It's coming. Believe me, it's coming.
Hardy Armour carries it this time. Boy, he stood up right at the line of scrimmage and then gained tackle by 4 or 5 of the lines.
Summerline among those on the tackle.
Yeah, number 11, Emery made one of the stop.
Boy, he's played well as of late. You know, the junior.
49 to 7, 51 seconds.
Roadblocks in the game.
Also on the stop that time was Kaufman.
If you see the big pink socks there right in the middle of the defense line, that's the roadblock.
Yeah, that's the roadblock. That's the big guy, Micah McCormick.
He's going to be a fine football player, I believe, by the time he
What's your nickname for him? The
roadblock.
Roadblock, okay. 29 seconds. And we got to come up with all the nicknames you've given kids. I've given quite a few through the years, but you I think, even topped me. Here's the handoff. And not much to the 30-yard line, maybe to the 31.
Well, you know, we got Hammer and Hank. I gave that to him in middle school, but I bought him a sledgehammer, and he uses that as a game picks. And then Roadblock got a hold of a roadblock sign, was holding it with Hammer and Hank with the sledgehammer behind him.
I'm not sure that the younger kids at TCA would know, but the adults would know who the dude was and the pony. Well, that's going to end it. The clock expires. The horn sounds. It's 49 to 7 at the half. We'll take a 2-minute break. Come back, stats, scoring recap, and more. And maybe a couple scores from here or there, although there's not many games around the area tonight. We'll come back with all of that right after this as you watch and listen to TCA football.
Ladies and gentlemen, now to begin our halftime entertainment.
H.C. Phillips & Son, trucking, excavating, and heavy truck and trailer repair.
Hello, I'm Chad P. Wilson with Foundation Bank, a family-owned community bank here in West Tennessee. Your checking account should be more than just a place to store your money. Our Foundation Benefits with High Interest checking account pays you interest, but also includes identity theft monitoring, cell phone protection, and roadside assistance. Start a financial conversation with us today by visiting our website, foundationbank.org, or call us on the number on your screen. In the meantime, God bless you.
Terms and conditions apply. Foundation Bank is a member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
And we're back here at Seville, Tennessee at Fayette Academy High School alongside Double D Diamond Dave McCauley. I'm Stan Gerard. Here's a look at the halftime stats. TCA leading 49-7. For TCA, 294 yards of total offense, 170 on the ground, 187 through the air. Hank Miller, 3 rushes for 16 and a touchdown. Owen Atwood, 2 rushes, 76 yards and 2 scores. Joe Cole will rush for 4. Cam Harden minus 4 yards. And Williamson with a 20-yard touchdown run receiving. Gabe Lee, 3 receptions, 120 yards and 2 touchdowns. Cam Harden, 1 for 17. Williamson, 1 for 26. Lake Helton, 2 for 24. On the other hand, Fayette Academy, 53 yards on the ground, 32 through the air for 85 total yards. Hardy Armors turned in a nice performance, 9 carries for 43 yards for the Vikings. And Scoggins with a couple receptions for 32 yards and a touchdown are the highlights of the Fayette Academy scoreboard. And Double D Diamond Dave McCauley has the scoring summary, so Get you a cold glass of tea and start sipping it and listen to Diamond Dave give you that scoring summary.
And here it is. Thanks, Stan. Lee, a 62-yard kickoff return to open up the game, 12 seconds into the contest. And it was the Carlson PAT made it 7-0. The Lions were off and roaring. Atwood then, an 18-yard run at the 8:05 mark, capped off a 53-yard drive, 14-0 after the Carlson PAT. Lee, a 52-yard pass completion from Atwood, the 6:05 mark, 2 minutes later, capping off a 52-yard drive, made it 21-0 after the Carlson PAT. A 79-yard Atwood pass, and it was Williamson this time, made it 27-0, PAT 28-0, that coming at the 2:10 mark of the first. 11-10 in the second. It was Williamson, a 49-yard interception that set up a 1-yard Miller run into the end zone, made it 35-0. Then it was Fayette Academy, Armour to Scoggins at the 5:07 mark, a 78-yard drive, capped off with a 28-yard touchdown pass, 35-7 after the Geyser PAT. Then the 62-yard Atwood run at the 4:40 mark of the second made it 42-7, Carlson the PAT, of course. At the 2:25 mark, it was a 24-yard pass from Carter to Lee, and the PAT by Carlson, and that's where we stand at halftime, 49-7.
Diamond Dave, your score sheet, you've had to flip it over and use the blank side of it.
And no one can read the writing.
Except you.
Except me, and I even have trouble with it at times as well.
Here's some scores from around West Tennessee. You get South Side jumping all over Chester County, 21-0. 2:44 to go left in the second quarter of that game. Boy, you don't want to be Overton in this game. Munford all over Overton, 47-0 at the half. We can get through some of the skip around here. Lake County was leading their ball game. Westview was up in front of Bolivar. Now we got an update on that coming in now, 37-0 with 9:12 to go in the second quarter of the game. Check that. We just got another update sent us on the teletype. 51-0 Bolivar leads, 4:24 to go in the second quarter of that game. Other scores from around West Tennessee. Let me get off this Bolivar thread. Scanning down, Huntington leads Harpeth 35-6 with 11.8 to go in the first quarter of play. Still looking for a score from Dresden. They lead 7-0, end of one. Ticker tape just came in. Diamond, you remember when the ticker tapes were actually a thing. Dresden now up 21-6 in that ball game. looking for a South Fulton score here. Lake County leads 16-0. South Fulton undefeated in region play, undefeated for the year. They're in trouble to Lake County. That's probably for that district championship game. Dresden's still going to have something to say about it. But South Fulton, we've been to Lake County before. That's a long way to go. That's a tough, tough place to play. And right now, Lake County's putting it to them 16-0 in that ball game. It's at the half. 16-0 remains the score. McKenzie 34-0 over, or 34-6 over Brewston at the half. Other scores from around West Tennessee would be Gleason 30-8 over West Carroll. Coming up to halftime, it was 21-0 Peabody over the Pharaohs, the best nicknamed team in West Tennessee. That was a while ago. 28-6 Huntington leads. Other scores: 45-6 Huntington now leads. Dresden 21-6 over Greenfield. Kind of figured that wouldn't be as close as some people were thinking that was going to be. McKenzie 34-6 at the half. And some other scores from around West Tennessee. Diamond, that's actually a run through the scoreboard here at West Tennessee. Folks, let's take a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll go ahead and keep here. And we'll go ahead and give us a 1 minute break, and we'll come back, and we have all the playoff answers that you ever want to know right here on the Halftime Show.
The efficiency of any irrigation system depends on the quality of the well. In western Kentucky, Tennessee, and southern Illinois, this can be a problem because the water is deeper in these areas than it is on the west side of the Mississippi River. To be effective in installing these deeper wells, Mid-Valley Irrigation has invested in a test well rig for deep wells. The test well is invaluable in telling the driller where the screen should be placed, how deep the water is, and what screen and gravel pack should be used. A test well is relatively inexpensive and can give us a lot of information about water on your farm. Take the guesswork out of deep well drilling and call us today.
Believe in family. Believe in your fellow man. Believe in daddy-daughter dances, home-cooked meals, and bedtime stories. Believe in honesty and an honest day's work. Believe that love and faith make the world a better place. We do, because we believe in you. We're Farm Bureau Insurance, and we don't just believe in Tennessee. We believe in Tennesseans. Farm Bureau Insurance, Tennessee's insurance company.
Call Farm Bureau agent Travis Vance at 731-661-0102 or see him at 285 North Parkway in Jackson.
Well, the band doing a great job here, the Pride of the Viking band. And they're doing the tango down there, Stan, something that you and I don't ever need to try to do. But you've kind of looked, before we go to you, Kirby Matheny wanted to work Kirby in, a good friend of mine, and Beverly Taylor. She's watching Cruel, she says, and Get Your Man. And he has done that along with the other lines here tonight. Beverly, no doubt about it. We're at halftime, 49-7, and with the playoffs looming here in a few weeks, about a month away, here's Stan Gerard with some scenarios for you, Stan.
Well, thank you very much, Diamond Dave. The TCA win over Jackson Christian 31-28 last week threw a big fat monkey wrench into the playoff thoughts that everybody thought was going to be going down out of the West region. Now, we start this by giving you the tiebreakers. We're going to give you the top seven, all the tiebreakers from West Tennessee, because we've got a three-way tie for the lead right now. Head-to-head is your first tiebreaker. Your second tiebreaker is team with the greatest amount of victories. Number three tiebreaker is team who plays the most teams at 500 or above. Number four tiebreaker, teams who have the most wins over teams 500 or above. Number six is teams who opponents have the fewest defeats. And after that, we go to the dreaded coin toss. Playoff possibilities, there's several. And we'll go over the easiest ones first. When we come right down to it, a lot's going to be decided the last couple of weeks of the season when USJ plays Jackson Christian, and also the Dyer County USJ game is going to have a lot to say with the playoffs, as well as our friends over in Memphis. Memphis Business Academy is going to have a lot to say as well. And let's take a look at those scenarios. First, if USJ defeats Jackson Christian, it's all over. USJ is 1, TCA is 2, and Jackson Christian is 3. TCA would win position number 2 based on head-to-head competition within region play against Jackson Christian. Now, should Jackson Christian defeat USJ and NBA wins at least one of their final three and USJ beats Dyer County, your TCA Lions would be the region champions at 8-2. Jackson Christian at 9-1 would be second, and USJ at 9-1 would be third. TCA would win on the number 3 tiebreaker, with Jackson Christian getting in on rule number 1 against USJ should that happen. If Jackson Christian defeats USJ and NBA and DC Dyer County beat USJ, well, it would then be Jackson Christian number 1, USJ number 2, and TCA number 3. Also, if Jackson Christian defeats USJ and NBA, well, we'll have to go to a rule final on that. That's still to be worked out. If Jackson Christian defeats USJ and Dyer County also beats USJ, Jackson Christian would be your winner, USJ would be second, and TCA would be third. So the bottom line is all this. There's going to be some other teams that are going to affect our potential playoffs. What we're going to have to come in, I think it's next week, USJ goes to Dyer County. We've got to be the biggest, and hold on to your hats, folks. You're about to hear me say something. The folks at TCA, we need to be the biggest USJ Bruin fans on the planet. It's Go Bruins in that game at Dyer County next week. We must have, if Dyer County wins that game, TCA is number 3 seed under all scenarios. And that's one thing that we do not want. We need TCA to finish out strong like they have, Jackson Christian to win against USJ, and NBA to win 1 of 3. They've got Haywood County next week. They've got MASE, who's undefeated region play the week after that. And then they play Tresvant during week 11. Tresvant, a 2-win team, so there's a very solid chance that NBA will be very kind to us and give us the victory that we need there. So it comes down to there's a lot of different scenarios that it can go at least 5 deep if there's one scenario that can come through. Now, of course, TCA has to continue to take care of business the rest of the year. DCA won't have a play in it unless it's way, way far down the line. But, we take care of business against DCA, who's been an up-and-down team this year. And then we will have Dyer County to end the season. Is that right? Or not Dyer County, Tipton Rosemark. A couple of home ball games to end the season after our bye week next week. So TCA, take care of business, get a little help, and TCA with a very strong opportunity to be number 1. And, during week 11, assuming that USJ beats Dyer County, then during week 11, we've got to be the biggest Jackson Christian fans on the planet. We've got to be saying "Go Eagles" on that night, because if USJ wins against Jackson Christian, USJ is number 1, we would be number 2, and Jackson Christian would be number 3. So that last week, we need Jackson Christian to win, and of course we need USJ to beat Dyer County earlier, and we take care of business, and then it's game over. TCA would be the number 1 seed out of the West with an 8-2 record, JCS 9-1 and USJ 9-1. And the big advantage that, Dave, we've talked about it. Nashville Christian is the 8,000-pound gorilla in the room. They are the prohibitive favorites to win the state title. Everybody knows they're the prohibitive favorite. We still play on the field, but that would put TCA, if we are number 1 seed, that would put us in the opposite bracket of Nashville Christian, and then we would, in all likelihood, with projections, play the number 1 team out of the East, Middle Tennessee Christian, in Murfreesboro in the state semifinals for the right to go to the state championship. And it could work out that Nashville Christian's road to a state title, should they get there, but Nashville Christian's road to the state championship game could involve all 3 Jackson, Tennessee private schools.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Great scenario, Stan. Great description of that as well. Want to say hello again to Andrea Cleek, who's watched. Reed Basham's back in with us. Lois Ann and Betty. Also, lovely Lisa Cashin, the boss of the bosses here. She's watching tonight. And Tina Keltner is watching.
That means Brad's around.
Brad outpunted his coverage when he married her. And by the way, they just celebrated an anniversary this week.
They did.
They sure did, yeah.
Wow.
Let's take a quick break of 30. We come back. Second half about to begin. Running clock. Lions lead at 49-7 here at Fayette Academy. And we're back for the second half right after this.
Premier Dental Center offers compassionate, high-tech dentistry for every member of your family. Our experience and use of advanced technologies gives you a higher level of care in general, cosmetic, and sedation dentistry. Call 731-300-3000 for an appointment at any of our 4 locations in Jackson, Bells, Milan, and Lexington. Visit Premier Dental Center for a game plan for a winning smile.
Creating smiles and building confidence. Premier Dental Center.
We're back.
And we're back.
We're getting ready for this one. Stan, normally at this point in time of the halftime, I say, what do you expect in the second half? I think basically we're going to see a lot of reserves the way we did there in the last few minutes of the second stanza. I think what you want to do now is just execute, play your game, get a chance for a lot of the young kids to play, and get out of here with no injuries.
Because Fayette Academy is going to leave their first team in for the most part.
Yep.
And Fayette Academy has shown the ability of one drive to move the football. So, and the one thing I can guarantee you about the Vikings of Fayette Academy, they're not going to lay down.
No, that was a 78-yard drive they had, by the way.
Yeah, that was a great drive. But they are not going to let. They will play hard till the end. And I have a lot of respect for the Fayette Academy program and what they do down here in Somerville. It's a great program, and we're just about set for the second half. TCA is going to kick off to start this second half, leading 49-7. And speaking of the devil, Brandon Bradford, the head basketball coach at Fayette Academy, is watching again. He's on his way back from Sevierville. And
by the way, in case you missed it, Tori Robertson, our very own Tori Robertson of TCA, 65 yesterday, 66 today, set a new record, state record. She is your TSSAA every division champion. I mean, she is just
grand
remarkable.
champion, let's just say.
Congratulations to Tori and
look at this.
The gang.
Run back to about the 30.
Yeah,
so
back to about 30-yard line.
A good pickup, good starting position for
Remember
the
one
Vikings?
time where we're going to we challenged Tori, and who was the other girl that we challenged? You and I were going to take them. That was when you were healthier and I was healthier, and we were going to play them 2-on-2.
Was
remember?
that before
I was going to take Tori, and you were going to have the other guy. Remember?
Before her brother.
Yeah, it was Trace. Yeah.
Yeah, Trace.
Yeah.
I was going to rely heavily because after I did car racing, I was actually playing some golf before that. I was actually playing very well before I got into car racing. After that, my golf game went south real quick.
Well, it's got to be 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. They're on 30. The Lions lead the game 49-7, and Fayette Academy a chance to see if they can muster up some offense here.
But I did shoot in the 70s my last round I ever played. Look at this.
Here's the handoff, and that's Hardy Armour. He's up near the 40-yard line.
He's close to a first. He's got it, 11 yards on the picket for Hardy Armour.
So you in the 70s, you said?
Yeah, I shot 76, I think.
That's a tough 9 holes, isn't it?
That was actually 18. I was a grip it and rip it guy.
John Daly style. 42-yard line. Nice 12-yard run there that time by Armour.
I didn't wear pants. I wish I had a pair of pants like he wears, though.
Make it the 41-yard line. Let's give him 11 on the carry.
He's averaging 5.4 yards a carry in this game on that.
Under center is Armour. Hands it off to Armour. Armour to Armour. And he scampers his way, as you watch on your screen, to about the 48. Pick up a 7.
Pick up a 7 for Armour.
Lines. Helton made the stop. You see Helton out there on that front line. You see right there is Ethan Kaufman again. Joyce.
Joe Cole in at
middle linebacker
now. And you've got left side linebacker.
Jansen Graves in there as well.
Hard Knocks Atwood playing the linebacker spot, along with Jacob Joyce at the right side linebacker.
Clock running, a running clock here in this half. We hit the 10-minute mark.
Tevin Regan is a defense. Tevin Regan's a linebacker, actually.
2nd and 3. Handoff Armour. Armour following a good block. And he gets the first down as he dives his way to about the TCA 47 or 8. 47.
4 yards in the pickup for Armour. Joe Cole with the tackle. 65 yards on
first down there.
That's what Third first down of the game for
Third
them?
first down, yes.
Yep.
9:34. Knowing that the game is probably out of reach, they're just going to the regular offense, not in any kind of hurry, really.
And remember, we'll be off on the bye week next week.
How about this? I don't have a game Friday night and no college game Saturday next week.
Lucky dog.
I will not know what to do with myself. Handoff, inside trap play. Carter Sheridan has good running room.
He pick up 9 yards in the play.
Down to about the Joyce made the stop. Second in the yard.
So Fayette Academy moving the football a little bit here.
Remember that Jesus is watching. So go Ethan. Ethan's got his fan club watching tonight. Coming right at us will be the receiver this time. That's going to be Scoggins. He's had 2 big catches in the game. They hand it off to Armour. Armour's going to carry that football with authority. Hardy moves down to about the 32 or 3.
7 yards on the pickup.
One of my favorite people, I run into at Kroger from time to time on University, Cheryl Emerson.
Really?
Cheryl's an institution for years out there at TCA. Not that she's that old, I am, but she's not. Lovely lady. And
you're what, 35?
I'm going to fudge a little bit, 39. 49-7, 8:10 left here. It is 49-7, folks. Excuse us. Jay saying, guys, don't do this.
You ever hear of Aerosmith, Dream On?
Oh, yeah. I know all the old songs. Not much that time. This line defense stymied up that time and stopped him, Stan.
Yeah, you got
Joe Cole.
For the TCA lines, you got a mix of first-line players and some
Sure.
second-liners worked in there.
Good opportunity to get the young pups in there along with some of the veterans.
Because you look at a guy like Roadblock, Micah McCormick. I think depending on the situation, he could be a guy you're going to have to rely on this year and lean on him in situational positions.
He'll be the Kendall Boyle replacement.
Yep.
Ebony Pugh's watching. Hello, Ebony.
And if we need a wall, we can put them both in right now.
Armour running, and boy, what a nice tackle! Great tackle.
Still with a
and pulling him down is Joe Cole. Wrapped him up.
74 yards on 14 carries is a Hardy Armour.
Third about 7. Long 6, short 7. Take your pick. It's 2 down territories. We go under 7 minutes now. The third. In the game will be Carter Sheridan, the junior. He was one of the captains, remember. Also in the game is Jake Brandt. Scoggins, they bring him here to the near side. And Harris Armour, the quarterback, with people to his left and right. Play fakes it. He's going to run the option, and he's going to keep it. Now throw it, and that ball is almost, I think it came precariously close to being
picked off.
Danger territory there, but coming up with a nice play. Reed Williamson with a nice defensive stop.
The Roadblock fights off a double team there. And he doesn't get on the tackle, but he fights off the double team and moves laterally down the field to try and get in position.
Dale Wells, the head coach, right below us here, 5-12, second year here. We mentioned Coach Bowling, 34 years. He doesn't look old enough to be around 34 years.
He's younger than I am.
He really looks young. 49-7, 606.
Well, he keeps himself in great shape.
Well, it's because he's married his lovely bride. Yeah, she keeps him straight. 49-7, 5:59. He does really, seriously, though, does not look like he's been around 34 years, does he?
No.
49-7, 5:50.
And you might, when you look at him, think, when did you start coaching? When you were 12?
Yeah, well, I tell people I started broadcasting when I was 8. I was tough when I was 8. Here's the handoff to Hardy Armour. He's got the first down, I think.
Yes.
Down to about the 22. Nice play there by Armour. Kept those legs churning.
6-yard pickup, 80 yards on 15 carries for Hardy Armour, the pride of the Viking offense tonight.
No doubt. 5:20 clock running. He keeps the drive alive.
The pride of the Viking offense.
Pride of the Viking offense, yeah, the Vikings.
I was a Evansville Junior Football League Viking when I played
really?
In thing. Yeah.
What was your mascot again there now?
A panther.
Panther, that's right.
But when I was in the 6th grade, I was playing in Junior League football. We won the Cereal Bowl championship.
How about that? Well, I got a trivia question for you. Here's a run, not much there. 49-7, 4:55 left. TCA owning the game. Fayette County High School Guess what their mascot was for years before, of course, and then Fayette Academy opened up. But Fayette County High School was the precursor to the big high school here.
I knew what it was. It's in the gym.
You've mentioned it already tonight. Panthers.
Ah.
Yeah, the Panthers.
But, we played our championship game on a Wednesday night at Central Stadium in front of 5,000 folks, and guess who broadcast the game? A guy we talked about earlier tonight, Marv Bates.
Yeah.
The late Marv Bates.
Yeah, I've heard him. He died in a plane crash, didn't he?
Yep.
You said with the Evansville Aces.
On the way to Murfreesboro to play Middle Tennessee. Barely got off the ground.
Yep, Carter shared. That was a different crash, wasn't it? I was thinking of the other.
Do what?
I was thinking of Marshall, but
Yeah.
I remember.
Marshall,
I remember Mr. Bates.
That wasn't that many years after the Marshall and the administration for Marshall offered a lot of assistance to the Aces during that time. They had a.
We Are Marshall's a tough movie to watch.
They had
49-7.
Yeah, they had Evansville always had a basketball Christmas tournament. And, of course, Evansville's gone. Southern Illinois volunteered to come in and play, and they all played for expenses. Southern Illinois with Walt Frazier. Walt Frazier was long gone, but Southern Illinois came in and volunteered to play for the Aces. And, some other schools were there, and they came in and won that tournament. And in front of a full house as well, 12,000.
4th and 7 after that pass was thrown behind the intended receiver, armor to armor.
I remember that night. No, I was at the North at Wright's basketball game that night on Tuesday.
Isn't it peculiar how we remember where we were when
it was cold and
things happened? 49-7, 3:05 left here.
Cloudy and foggy.
Clock running under 3 minutes now. The third stanza. TCA led this game at halftime, 49-7. That's where we are right now with 2:55. Long drive here, long possession by Fayette Academy, but no cigars. 4th and 7. Here's the pass in the end zone. Try to go to Scoggins. Well covered by Williamson, and the ball is out of bounds. Incomplete.
So the TCA defense, with a mix of first and second stringers in, they bend, but they do not break. And TCA will get their first shot at the offense in the second half of play.
They stop the clock.
Actually, I think you actually should in between possessions. You don't think so?
No. 49. We're going to a 49-7 game here.
But you can burn off 2 minutes.
There's 3 people in this booth. The vote is 2-1. Keep the clock running.
Oh, I agree. It's going to be a short postgame show. Now the clock's running.
It's going to make Hardy Academy's postgame look long. 49-7, 2:25. I hope Judy Brown and all the gate note fires. 2:19 left here.
Steve Hayden will be going.
Joe, will you put Joe?
Steve Hayden will be going. I'm not worthy.
Jay, will you put a good word in for us?
High snap.
Please, yeah. High snap. That didn't go anywhere. Yeah, Carter deck back there. Lois Ann is tuned in with us.
Carter tackled by a.
You're right, though. You hit on it several times. We talked about it coming down here, and then you hit on it during the game. Carter's really going to step in and I think be a fine quarterback next year.
Carter's got a solid arm. He's not quite the runner yet that Atwood is, but he's got possibly a little bit stronger arm overall.
Here's the pass. Carter, the ball is tipped and incomplete. Intended that to Tevin Reed, and someone got a hand on it. A minute 28 and the clock running. 49-7. It's going to be now 3rd and 14.
And the clock beats on.
Yep, a minute 20 left here.
Hey, we'd like to thank all the folks, all the TCA fans are watching, all the folks from Fayette Academy watching, and you, the football fan in West Tennessee and Madison County. Not a lot of games, but we thank all of you folks for tuning in and watching us. 75 years of broadcast experience you're getting to listen to tonight, guys.
Yep. Here's Carter dropping back in the pocket, being flushed out of the pocket. Now he's going to run. Oh, what a nice spin move. Another great move. He is very close to the first down, but going to be decked at about the 27-yard line.
He's going to pick up about, 8-9 yards in that play.
He picked up 9, ran about 20, and then we got a flag back in the backfield, though. That's going to be holding probably.
Don't these officials know the first rule of a 49-7 game? Keep your flags in the pocket.
I would think so, but they've done a good job tonight.
Oh, yeah, they have.
Floyd Flippin says they're refusing, and that's the right call. You don't take that penalty.
Yeah.
You make it now 4th and about 5 or 6 yards. Now the other officials pointing to where the ball should be. They're going to move the ball back up here to about the 20. 7-yard line. TCA's got to get to the 30. It would be fourth and about 3 or 4 yards.
See, technically they should have left the spot where it was at
Yep.
until the officials made the call
until they
and
decide,
Fayette
yep.
Academy decide
Right.
what they were going to do.
Sure.
And we've come to the end of the third quarter play. Our score at the end of 3, it's TCA 49 and Fayette Academy 7. Back with the faithful fourth after this.
H.C. Phillips and Son, trucking, excavating, and heavy truck and trailer repair.
I'm Chad P. Wilson with Foundation Bank, a family-owned community bank here in West Tennessee. Your checking account should be more than just a place to store your money. Our foundation benefits with high-interest checking account pays you interest, but also includes identity theft monitoring, cell phone protection, and roadside assistance. Start a financial conversation with us today by visiting our website, foundationbank.org, or call us on the number on your screen. In the meantime, God bless you.
Terms and conditions apply. Foundation Bank is a member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
The folks at Foundation Bank, one of the great sponsors of TCA Athletics. Former TCA line Andy Hanford watching tonight. The godfather of media in Jackson, Tennessee, Chip Thomas.
How about Chip?
Watching.
All right.
The godfather of media in Jackson, Tennessee, Chip Thomas.
Yep, always loved Chip and the gang. Cassie Brasher's watching. Lloyd Sands back with us. And Jeff Sisk, one of my favorite people, is watching.
As we begin the fourth quarter,
Jeff, I know Ryan Griffin, by the way, the mayor of McKenzie, who's now working with you, I think. He's a great guy. Talked to him a little bit today.
Well, our first time to punt the ball tonight, Diamond.
Yep.
You know, if
So-
they have another drive like they did earlier, we could even not. We could only have one possession in the second half.
Good point.
Nice kick.
It is a good kick.
At
Does not get a great roll, though, and it goes sideways
25.
across way. He's going to be down at about the 50-yard line.
25
Near the
yard
50,
kick.
yep. Sort of died on him a little bit, didn't it?
Yeah. Well, you know, that nor'easter came in and just kind of froze it midair.
Yep. And great weather we had last week out in the stands at Jackson Christian. Great weather tonight. Just
How
wonderful.
about the last couple of days?
Oh, my goodness.
I'm gonna have to get out and cut grass tomorrow. You want to come out and help me cut grass?
I have a football game tomorrow, remember?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. I'll be at Bethel about 8 o'clock in the morning. I'll get home
eat
about.
Chick-fil-A for me.
I'm going to miss Big Blue Madness. I can't believe they're not televising that. It's being streamed tomorrow night.
Well, you can watch it.
Well, I won't be at home.
Tape it.
I can't figure out how to tape that.
It's streaming. You'll be able to call it up on demand.
I need to call Jay tomorrow and let him walk me through that. Here's a run, and it's going to be a pickup of about 3.
2-yard gain on the play.
2 yards, they say. So it's going to be second down and 8. The
That was
ball will
Armour.
be at the 49. Yep.
Unofficially, 16 carries, 82 yards for Hardy Armour. Number 4, a junior.
They give him just a yard if you're keeping score at home. Second down and 9 from the 49. Handoff, Armour, good job. 45-yard line, makes a couple people miss. He's inside the 40. He scampers his way for the first down to about the 37-yard line.
13-yard pickup for Armour.
Stan, he's really got nifty feet back there, doesn't he? He makes some good cuts.
17 carries, 95 yards unofficially.
Lions had some people there making the stop. And again, a chance to play some of these kids that didn't get to play a lot. You never know when some of these guys are going to have to step in, though, late in the season and help you one night. Gavin Rasnick's in the game.
Oh!
Here's the handoff, inside handoff. Not much there. Joe Cole and others made the stop. And that carried that time by Sheridan.
Joe Cole at the middle line. He's playing the part of Dick.
Joe's got to
Buckus
be
right
near.
now.
He's got to be near double digits in
Oh,
tackles
they tried
tonight.
to double team him, and he still
Yep.
got it.
Second and 8.
It's about some of those other kids in there for you right now.
Yeah, let's.
Defensively, George is still in there. Rasnick, we mentioned him a moment ago.
Jansen Graves in the game.
Yep. And
Have to get the glasses now.
Casey White's been wearing 64. I mean, I have them here if you like them.
Oh, well, that's for you to use.
Here is the play fake. Armour coming here toward us, and then it's going to square and throw and a dying duck, and it's going to be
Good
incomplete.
defense.
That was good defense. And broken up by Cam Harden that time.
Cam Harden with a nice defense. Even though we played great defensive play, he still could have caught that ball. He still had an opportunity.
Scoggins is a pretty good receiver, Stan. He's got a couple balls here, and he's ball knocked away by Harden. A good defensive play. 3rd and 8 from the 36.
You think we'll beat the hour mark to get that back home tonight?
What time is it now? We always guess at that, don't we?
Well, we'll have to wait till we get.
We
packed
come
up
within
in the
5
car.
minutes almost every time.
It's because I got a lead foot going home.
Harding Academy, though, I think with the running clock, we still need to get home to quarter to 11. Hardy rolls, Hardy throws, caught. Nice catch, and it's caught down there by Harrison Douglas.
Douglas with the catch, his first of the night.
Stan, at times they show flashes of
being able to play the game.
Yeah, really play well, yeah. It's a nice throw and a nice catch.
Take a look at, of course, TCA. Let's see what we have going on next week. TCA, of course, off.
Open date.
I don't have the schedules. I don't think I put the schedules in this week.
It's going to be 1st and 10 now. The ball at the 26. They picked up 12 on that play. And here's a run. And, boy, almost breaking that. That was Carter Sheridan, the junior running back, who almost broke that thing. Stan, watch him skirt through here.
Picks up 11, 18 yards now.
Yep.
And another rematch. JR18, first down.
That's a first down. And it's going to be 1st and 10 now at the 15. 7:23 left in the contest. TCA with 3 straight shutouts and then the 31-28 win over Jackson Christian at their place last week. And going for number 5 in a row, and it looks like that's going to materialize here in about 7 minutes.
Yep. Only 35 points in 5 weeks so far.
Yep.
It's pretty fair.
Hardy Armour carried that. Carter broke up that thing and made the tackle.
Hardy now picks up 4 on the play. He's unofficially 18 carries for 99 yards is Hardy Armour, unofficially.
Melissa back with us, Miss Carson. I think they celebrated an anniversary recently as well. Well, I will tell you this. I love our mascot, but I don't know that Vinny the Viking hasn't become my favorite mascot of the year. You see him dance at halftime?
Yeah.
Man. He was good. Here's the run. Armour again carries it. If you have any idea who's carrying, no idea who's carrying, you can just say Armour, and you got a good chance it's going to be one of them.
Unofficially, Armour, 19 carries, 102 yards on the night. So this young man's played well.
And hats off, and you wouldn't expect anything other than from Coach Bowling. He just pulled the thing back. It could have been
brutal if they
yeah, it
wanted
could have
to
been
be.
tough. Armour to stand in that shotgun.
Ooh.
Hands it to Hardy Armour. Armour's going to go in the end zone for the touchdown. Nice carry, nice execution, and it's 49-13.
8-yard touchdown run for the Vikings.
Only score the second half, Stan.
Yep. 110 yards on 20 carries.
7-yard scamper. And it's a 49-13 game. Fayette Academy beat McNary Central to open up the season. Had some high expectations.
And
then
McNary's played well since then.
Had some tough games that they've lost that they could have won, but it's 49-13. And with 5:46.
Josh Geiser on for the extra point. And it's good.
And it's good. 49-14. We'll take a break. Be back right after this. Stay with us.
Vikings 14.
And welcome back to TCA. 5:46 to go, 49-14. We've seen subs in the whole second half for TCA. Actually started Coach Bowling started subbing in the second quarter of the game for Fayette Academy. Hardy Armour with a touchdown on 20 carries and 110 yards. A nice effort. He is the game's leading rusher tonight.
How about that? Well, the Lions off next week and then back home the following week.
Business picks up.
Yep, sure does. I just still marvel as I get older, and you and I have talked about this. Here's the kick. That's going to be Reed, I think, with it back there. Yep, Tevin, nowhere to go. Now he scoots around and jukes his way. Yeah, he's really loose. Look at this. 45 midfield to the 47-yard line. Made something out of nothing.
What did I tell you about him in the pregame show?
Oh, yeah. Lake Eldon showing some exuberance there after the great run by Reed. You know, you and I have talked about this several times. We mentioned on the air. We've talked about it as we drive sometimes. You go all summer and you count it down to when the season starts, and you look up one day and you go, only two more games left. Where'd it go?
Where'd it go?
It's like life in a way. 47-yard line. Been a lot of miles that we put on the cars through the years, hasn't it, Stan?
I'm on my third vehicle doing this.
47-yard line, 456. I think I quit counting years ago.
I think you've driven, about 3 times?
Yeah, but I've driven a lot of miles through the years. But you won't let me drive.
I have offered a couple of times.
I've offered to.
The last time we did, you guys lost.
Yep. Joe Cole with a handoff. Joe Cole with a power. Joe Cole with some yardage. Joe Cole down to the 42.
Picks up 7.
Well, again, Jackson Carrington's in the game for TCA. Sawyer Lee's in the game. He was one of the captains.
Sawyer been hurt. Glad to see him back.
Got the pink high socks on.
He always, been a tennis and track guy.
Yeah. Lord Stan, I always bring it up. You and I bring it up. Remember when those kids were like 5, 6, 7 years old? They were back there behind the stands at basketball, remember?
I was doing TCA games before a lot of these kids were born.
49-14. You don't know anything. I'm covering kids of grandkids now. You know what I mean?
I remember Sawyer sitting in the stands with a basket full of toy trucks.
I remember that. 2nd down and 3. 3:45. You talk about a family, the Lees and the Gehrings. We talked about that before, about
great sports family.
The tradition and the talent. And
all started with Grandpa.
The passion.
LSU.
Yeah, the passion that those families have had through the years.
Kurt had a nice career, of course.
Sure did. Wound up at Union, didn't he?
Mama's career was legendary in the SEC.
Ole Miss.
At Ole Miss, and then what can you say about the girls and Gabe's had a fine career for the boys basketball team as well.
Well, I'll tell you one word I would describe Gabe's year this year: spectacular.
Yeah,
I really think it's been that. 3:05. Not to say that he didn't have that ability, but I mean I think he's exceeded what some people thought. Maybe he's always been athletic, but
look at what he's done.
And
then look, he had to play behind the last couple 3 years.
And versatility. I mean, it's just been remarkable. 2:48. Oh yeah.
He could have very easily been Braden Waller.
Here's the fake handoff. Carter's going to keep it. Carter's going to turn the corner. Carter's going to go to 20-15-10. He is getting in the end zone sideways. Touchdown.
And that is
There's a flag on the play.
Flag on the play. Bring it back.
33-yard touchdown run.
And the flag came totally away from where the run was. It's over there on the other side of
that's where you wipe that off.
Yeah, that's where you pick that thing up. That did not have any impact on the play at all. And I would say that if it was Fayette Academy.
They're putting the ball. Okay, they're going to mark the flag from the 2-yard line.
Holding Lions.
Can we see that again possibly?
I don't think it had anything to do with the play itself. Now, I could be incorrect.
I don't think so, but.
All right, so here you go.
Let's see. I don't see anything.
I've not seen a flag come in yet.
First down for the Lions.
I on that replay, I'm not saying there wasn't.
All right, now watch the right side of the screen, though. Well,
I don't know if it was on the left side.
I don't know if the guy across the way had an angle or something. He thought he saw something. But after all of that, it's 1st and 10 at the 17.
Give Carter about 10, 11 yards in that play.
Yeah. Be 1st and 17 or 10, I should say, at the 17.
And now we're just going to take
And
the
take
knee.
the knee.
Greg Carter takes the
And
knee.
Carter just takes the knee. And that's the right thing to do. Well, the only score here, the scoring recap of the second half, was the Armor 7-yard run a moment ago at the 5:46 mark, made it 49-14, and that's the only scoring recap we have. And Stan, very quickly, as we counted down a couple of key stats before we get out of here.
For Fayette Academy, Armor with 110 yards and a touchdown on 2 carries for TCA. Gabe Lee, 120 yards receiving, 2 scores. Owen Atwood, 2 rushes for 76 and 2 scores. Hank Miller, 3 rushes for 16 and a score. Williamson with 1 rush for 20 and a score. And Lake Helton with 24 yards. Williamson, 26 receiving. Cam Harden with 17.
Greg Carter takes the knee.
Good job, sir. Next week, off.
Yep. I will post the statewide scoreboard on my Facebook page once I get home tonight, so you can pick up the scores from West Tennessee then. And, Dave, I think that's going to be it.
The jump start of the whole game was the
Don't tell me about jump
62-yard
starts.
kickoff return by Lee at the 11:48 mark, and the Lions were never threatened in the game. Good luck to Fayette Academy the rest of their season, and good luck to our Lions. The coaches meet at midfield. As you see it here on your screen, the players do likewise. I will tell you this, it was a cleanly played, spirited game. It was a very cleanly played and respectful game by both schools
and Fayette
and programs.
Academy, to their credit, never gave up.
No, it certainly didn't. For Jay Cashin, for Michael Mancini, for Stan Gerard, we tell you to be a short post game, and it is. The Lions win at 49-14. In 2 weeks, we'll be back with you. God bless you. So long, everybody.